Yo. Yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. What is good, Sixer Nation? Welcome on in. Thursday night hoops, first of a back-to-back. Couple games left in the season. But we're looking beyond. We're looking towards the play-in, the playoffs, on a day where we were preparing for the biggest game of the Sixers season. In a game that could ultimately decide whether the Sixers will be playing in a one-game tournament to save their life next week or get into the first round of the playoffs. Torture strikes. Devastation strikes. I can't sugarcoat it. I can't sit here and lie to you. We dropped content earlier today, but I have a lot more to spew, man. Looking forward to the game, but I'm devastated, man. We'll break it all down. We'll talk about this game. We'll try to make sense of what comes next for the 76ers. Just never ends, man. Let's go. Cut the beat, man. Cut the beat. Cut the beat, man. Oh, man. Hope everybody is doing well. Honestly, hope y'all are doing well, man. Happy Thursday. Couple games left in the regular season. I'm not going to go through the whole normal spiel. You know, I feel like we've done a few different pre-games lately. I got to get thoughts off my chest before we begin this game. Before we really dive into it, man, I got to get things off my chest. But good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Wherever you're tapping in from, welcome into Philly Take with RB, Sixers Game Day Live Show, brought to you by our friends at National University. As always, we're powered by the Prize Picks app. 50-29 Rockets taking on the 43-36 Philadelphia 76ers. Listen, you guys know what to do at this point, man. Like the show, subscribe to the show, follow us on all platforms. You know what to do. Shout out to the members. All right, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Help us get to 53K. Guys, I got to get some thoughts off my chest, man. Obviously, I put out a video earlier, put out a short on all of our socials. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. I put out a tweet as well. But it just never ends, man. It's funny, you know, covering a sports team every day, I've learned over the years that you get the group of people that are usually behind you and understand what you're saying, you know, the community that you've built up. Then you get the people on the other side that are always saying that you're crazy and you're wild. And those people for the last couple months have just been heavy in the chat and the comments. And look, I appreciate everybody. I love the discourse. But seeing everybody come in here, you know, it is a little taxing to sometimes to see people like, yo, RB, you're so negative, bro. You're so like, why are you so down? Why are you so mad? And my one response to you people has been, this is what the Sixers give me. I don't make anything up. I don't create it out of thin air. I just analyze what the Sixers give me. And the 76ers just never, they're the gift that never stops giving, bro. I mean, come on, man. Really? And I don't want to, I haven't got to the chat yet, but please do not come in here in the chat and try to sugarcoat it and be like, yo, dude, you're negative, bro. We're fine. We're not fine, bro. We're not fine. We're not fine. This is the absolute worst timing. It is very frustrating. I'm more frustrated for Joel than at Joel. I want to make that very clear. I feel awful inside for Joel. I'm frustrated. I'm mad. I'm sad. But I think the biggest emotion that I feel today is numb. The biggest emotion is numbness, bro. I mean, come on, man. I've backed Joel for a very long time. But I just don't know how much worse it can get, man. The medical terms, the injuries that I've learned about over the years by covering this team is ridiculous, bro. It's insane. I mean, what else do I say, man? I hate to be like this too, man, because it's just like the worst timing. 2 games left in the season. This is the biggest game of the season. And now the Sixers have to try to fight without Joel Embiid. First and foremost, like I said, I hope Joel is doing okay. This is a guy that last season came out and admitted publicly that he was feeling depressed. He said, I don't know if I'm ever going to get back to my shape or my form. And then he actually did it. He got a miracle surgery done. And he was actually doing just fine. And then in a freak accident, he gets kneed in the oblique, has a strained oblique, and he was still willing to play through that. And then it's a crazy timeline, bro. I broke this down in my video. We'll talk about this more in the postgame, but he plays through an illness last week, and then he gets sat out on Wednesday, which was 8 days ago. And then he gets mad about being sat out. And then he plays on Friday. He doesn't play on Saturday because of the back-to-back. He plays on Monday night. This dude dropped 34 and 12 with appendicitis. 2 quick notes, man. Anybody that wants to deny Joel Embiid's greatness, you're out of your damn mind. Anybody that wants to call Joel Embiid a soft player, you're also out of your damn mind. This dude has tried to play through literally everything. His body has just failed him. And I'm struggling to understand whether Joel is like a bad person in his personal life. Like, did he do something to deserve this? I don't think so. Seems like a guy that stays out of trouble to me. Seems like a good family guy to me. Is this the Sixers being cursed for the process? I don't know, man. But this dude might be the most unlucky person I've ever seen in my entire life. Joel Embiid a couple months ago said, I will trade my MVP trophy for one healthy postseason run. Everything the Sixers have done this season has been to get them healthy to the postseason. And with 2 games to go, he has appendicitis. In case you're wondering what the timetable is, according to some things I saw online today, the average timeline for guys that have had this appendicitis in the NBA is approximately 23 days. The Sixers could be playing a play-in game in 6 days, guys. It's not good. And even if they get to the first round, he probably wouldn't even be able to play till the end of the first round. So this is an absolute disaster, man. I feel awful for Joel Embiid. He's the unluckiest player I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know where we go from here, man. And I don't want to think about it right now. I don't. But what I will say, man, if you're going to come in the chat tonight and you're going to be disrespectful, get out. And mods, y'all know what to do, man. If anybody's coming in here making fun of injuries or, oh, ha, 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 get them the hell out, bro. You can say, you can have an opinion that Joel Embiid can't stay healthy. That's not even an opinion. That's a fact. But don't come in here trying to call a dude soft and all this crazy stuff. It's just awful news, man. It really is. We will talk about it more as we go on. That is my initial spiel on Joel Embiid. I hope he's doing okay. He's, I think, in surgery right now or just got out of it a little while ago. If you're just tuning in today and you haven't seen anything that has happened today, Joel Embiid woke up with severe stomach pain. He was rushed to the hospital, has appendicitis, immediately went into surgery, and now we'll see what happens next. They just talked to Nick Nurse. He didn't have anything to say, and I don't blame him. What is he supposed to say? He said, we had a good day of practice yesterday and today, and we're going to try to win games. Speaking of which, this is the biggest game of the season. And if we look at the standings, right now the 76ers are sitting in the 8th seed because they lost on Monday night. Other teams have won. So they are a half game behind the Orlando Magic. If they win tonight, they would surpass the Orlando Magic. The Raptors are the 6th seed right now. Sixers are a game behind, and the Raptors are playing Miami as we speak. So we will keep an eye on that game. What else, man? We'll talk about this matchup. How do you guys feel, man? Give me your thoughts. And give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, my bad. By the way, got the Sixers therapy tee on. Go to phillytakewithrb.com, get the Sixers therapy tee. Might as well. I need Sixers therapy, man. What else do I have to say, man? It just sucks, man. I mean, really, the end of the season? The end of the season? Gastroenteritis in the playoffs, appendicitis, Bell's palsy, oblique strain. I mean, jeez, bro. What's even crazier to me, and again, I'm not an expert on appendicitis. I mean, I know people that have had it. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an expert. I didn't have time to reach out to anybody that I know that has had it. But how did the Sixers medical staff let him come back and play on Friday and Monday? I mean, this means that he's had it for a week, right? A week and a half at least. How was he able to come back and play through it? And hopefully it's a little wake-up call to Joel as well, who was very vocal against the Sixers medical staff last week, saying, yeah, you know, this is like their decision. They won't let me play. Well, yeah. Yeah, man, you got appendicitis. Now you have your appendix removed. None of this makes sense to me, man. I'm heartbroken for Joel Embiid. I know he's got to be going through it right now. So, I don't know. See what happens, man. That's all we can do, right? That's all we can do. Yeah. Let me look at the chat here. $5 super chat. Can't pay a guy who can't play half the year. The ideology is flawed. This is bound to happen every year with Joel. We know this. Yes and no. Yes and no. This is a random injury, guys. This is not something, oh, you don't pay him because he's going to get appendicitis at the end of the season. No. But I hear your point, and I agree with you in the sense that this is why the Sixers probably shouldn't have just shelled out that blind contract extension. 3 years, which doesn't even start till after this season, by the way. And I've said it ever since they gave him that contract extension. Shouldn't have done that. Not because of appendicitis, but because of the injury history. I agree with you there. But this is not something that you can predict. All right. What else am I going to say about this? I was really excited to break down this matchup. Now I'm not. Maxey and PG and VJ, you got to lead us to the promised land, man. Looks like a dem bonus starting tonight. In case you didn't know, the Rockets are the best rebounding team in the NBA. Not good at all. I mean, not that Joel is some crazy rebounder anyway, but Bona and Drummond got to hold down the fort now. So, I mean, come on, man. Rockets are fourth in defense and points allowed. Pretty good defense, pretty good offense. I will say, though, for me personally, looking at the Western Conference, like you have the Thunder and the Spurs in this tier, and maybe the Nuggets are in tier 2. I don't really put the Rockets in tier 2 behind or with the Nuggets. I think the Rockets personally, from the Rockets games that I've watched this year and, you know, the stuff that I've seen about the Rockets, I feel like they're more of a pretender. I mean, they're a 50-win team. You got to give them credit. They have a lot of talent. But something just hasn't clicked with the Houston Rockets this year. Matter of fact, the Sixers beat them a couple months ago. It was one of their best wins of the season. And, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Rockets, you know, are probably going to win this game tonight. But I don't think they're that great. They play with a very tall lineup. They get a lot of rebounds. Size is king for the Rockets. This is going to be size versus speed tonight. Maxey and VJ and PG got to really get it going. But anyway, man. Yeah. Rockets probably hold the advantage now. We'll see if Paul George can continue to play at this tear that he's at. We'll see what Tyrese Maxey can now do as the supposed number one option. And VJ Edgecombe, I know you're a rookie. It's probably not fair, but you got to step up now and be the guy. You got to be the guy. Yeah, it just sucks, man. Just sucks. I'll talk about it more on the post-game show. We'll look through some stats, through some different things. But how do we feel, guys? How do we feel? Anything else I want to say about this game? Anything else I want to say about this game? Not really. I mean, Rockets shoot the ball well. Like I said, they rebound well. A lot of talent on that team. Kevin Durant is almost impossible to stop. Let's go back to that game a couple months ago. January 22nd it was. Sixers beat them in overtime, 128-122. I think that was right at the tail end of that January hot stretch. Maxey had 36 and 10 in that game with 3 steals. Embiid had 32, 10, and 15, had a triple-double. Paul George had 10 and 4. Oubre had 26. That was a nice game. That was a nice moment of the season. That was one I certainly remember for sure. But now the Sixers are going to have to find a way to pull it out. And if the Sixers lose tonight, then they're going to be tied with the Charlotte Hornets. Let's see. Do the Hornets play tonight? I don't think so. Yeah, the Hornets do not play tonight. But Raptors are playing the Miami Heat right now. The Hornets do not play. So if the Sixers lose, they will be tied with Charlotte. And honestly, the Sixers could even fall into the 9-10 play. And if they don't win some of these last games, they have Indiana tomorrow and then the Bucks on Sunday. I feel like they should win those 2 games, but can they win without Joel? Who knows, man? This is like a must-win game today. AP $5 Super Chat says, gotta be tough in I-95 South. Hit the likes for RB. Best Philly sports show. You rep your team well. Thank you, AP. And you know what? Just to add to that, AP, I really appreciate you guys, man. I say it every single stream. First off, we got 140 people in here. Get us to 100 likes, man. I know I say it every stream, man, but I really appreciate y'all. You guys make it all worth it, covering this team through the ups and downs. And trust me, it's not easy, bro. It's not easy trying to like figure out this team and what's going to happen, but I just do it for the love of the game and the love of this community. This community means everything to me. And the positive thing, honestly, for y'all, even if the Sixers don't make it out of the play-in, like I've said before, we are going to stream a ton of playoff games. We have a lot of good coverage coming up in store. So no matter what, man, we're still going to have a great playoffs. I'm excited to watch some good teams. But yeah, this Sixers stuff is just exhausting. It is exhausting. Anyway, man, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. So let's go ahead and get to our final score predictions tonight. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat and give me 4 predictions down below right now. Who do you think's going to win this game tonight? What will the final score be? Who will lead the game in points and how many points will the leading scorer have? So once again, give me 4 predictions down below. Final score, who gets the W? How many points will the leading scorer have and who will the leading scorer be? Give me all those thoughts down below and I will give you mine on the other side, read some of the best out. But before I do that, this one is brought to you by Prize Picks. Shout out to our great partners over at Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, the play-in is literally a week away. We know that the playoffs is where stars are made and every play counts. There's no better way to cash in if you're right on high-flying hoops action than with Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Every bucket, every dime, every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. You can build lineups with multiple sports in the same entry on Prize Picks. That could be MLB right now, NBA. NHL playoffs coming up. Could the Flyers get in there? With their brand new team picks markets, you can also pick game winners, spreads, and totals, all on top of the player picks you already know about. So make sure to cash in if you're right during all the clutch buckets, slam dunks, and Cinderellas this spring with team picks on Prize Picks. Team Picks has made the watching experience so much enjoyable for everyone because now you can root for your team. You can cash in and make the right picks if they can get the W's. With Team Picks, you can also pick who's going to win the league, the MVP, and other awards as well. It's another way to pick the sports that you love, all on Prize Picks. Team Picks are available in 35 states, including California, Texas, Georgia, Washington, and more. And remember, Prize Picks also offers early payouts. So let's say your player gets off to a hot start in the first half and you are getting close, right? But you don't know. You don't know if you want to test the waters. Well, let's say you're like, okay, I'm content. Well, you could actually have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. So definitely check it out. Download the Prize Picks app today. Pick your first game winner, spread, or total as the playoff push rolls on. Get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Use the code CLNS. Once again, that's code CLNS. Get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to the great Prize Picks. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Final score predictions. Drop them down below. I was actually going to pick the 76ers today. You know, I was feeling good waking up this morning. I'm like, this is a big-time moment, a big-time game. Sixers need it. They can get up to the 6th seed. But after the Joel Embiid news, especially given how good the Rockets are on the glass, I'm not going to sit here and try to sugarcoat it. Sixers, I don't see a way they can win this game. The only way they win this game is if the Rockets do what the Rockets have done at some points this season, which is just kind of shoot themselves in the foot. There's been a few games this year where you're looking at the Rockets' half-court offense in the second half, and you're like, what is this team even thinking? What is this team even doing? Ime Udoka has been heavily criticized. The Rockets should probably be better than they were. Matter of fact, going back to the beginning of the season, I remember I said that the Rockets were going to be a contender and maybe win it. But they have not really lived up to my personal expectations. They're still good. I don't think they're great. But with that being said, I don't think the Sixers, who struggle already as it is on the glass, are going to beat this team tonight. So I'm going to say the Rockets win it 116-109. 116-109. I'm going to take Kevin Durant for the leading scorer tonight. I'm going to say he drops 36. KD 36, 116-109 is my final prediction. Rockets get the W. What do you guys have for me, man? $5 super chat. AP says, I'm a Knicks fan. You're a good sports host. I'm going to make a purchase from the store. This is my second season of following the show as a visitor. AP, salute to you, brother. Let me hit the bell for you, man. So I really appreciate people like AP, man. Even as a Knicks fan, even a hated rival, you know, can come in, be civil, enjoy the hoops, the discussions. That's what I'm really trying to build here. You guys see that, man? I was actually just talking to my buddy today about this. Like, yeah, the Sixers are great and all, and the Philly sports, and that's what my passion is, and I love these teams and all this. But the fact that we can just bring people together from everywhere and watch games and break them down and talk hoops, like that is what I really enjoy, man. I love just bringing people together from everywhere, even if you're not a Philly fan, which is why I always say, man, get in on the chat, you know? You're welcome, even as a visitor. So AP, thank you, man. Thank you for that kind comment and for the support, man. $2 super chat. Philly for life says, where we're cooked RB. The news hurts my soul, fam. Yo. You're not even kidding, bro. I feel numb. How do you guys feel? Give me one word in the chat. How do you feel about the Joel Embiid news? I think I'm just numb, man. I am numb. I'm frustrated, man. But I'm more numb. I just feel awful for Joel Embiid. You're telling me we went through this insane, erratic, emotional roller coaster for Joel Embiid to get appendicitis at the end of the season? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Anyway, man, shout out to AP, shout out to Philly. 2 people supporting the show. Guys, 200 people in here. Get us to 100 likes, man. Let's go. We got to at least wake up the neighbors. We got to get our frustrations out somehow tonight. All right, let's read a few final predictions. Drop them in the chat. 124, 110 Rockets. Beer Batter, Gummy Shark, what's going on? Busy B in the house. Don Boyle, we always got the OGs showing up, man. The OGs are always showing up. Big Rud, what's up? 114, 111 Sixers. Maxi 30. C-Tay says 120, 115 Sixers. VJ 36. Busy says 121, 109 Rockets. KD 28. 134, 107 Rockets. KD with 40. Bird Gang says 110, 105 Sixers. Maxi 35. Sixers 114, 109. Maxi 34. A lot more Sixers picks than I would expect. A lot more than I would expect. Dan says 120 to 106 Rockets. Sengun with 32. Go Bird Sixers 127, 107 Rockets. VJ with 30. 112, 106 Sixers. Tyrese with 40. Need Maxi to drop 40. 127, 120 Sixers. A lot of Sixers picks tonight. I'm surprised. Maybe given the magnitude of the game, I just don't have a lot of confidence right now. I don't have a lot of confidence. Philly says 132, 112 Rockets. Rockets 124 to 120. $2 Super Chat, Philly for life. Does anybody know how long this can keep him out, RB? Yes. Yes, I do. I will give you a little info on that on the other side, but we need to drop the beat. Channel members, I want to see you guys in the chat all night tonight, man. Bring the energy. Drop the fire emojis. Shout out to the members that support us, man. Especially gearing up for the playoffs. If you want to become a member, hit that join button down below. Let's go, members. Hold down the chat, man. Give you some Embiid info on the other side. But it's RB in the community. As much as they put us through, man, we keep fighting. Somehow we're still here. It's Sixer Game Day Live. The best show, the best community in the business. Thanks to y'all, man. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, man. Shout out to everybody in here, man. By the way, Rockets are on a 7-game win streak. I don't think I mentioned that, but they have been playing good lately, which is even worse for the Sixers. But it is the 76ers Game Day Live show. We give you this content every single game, pregame, live game, postgame shows, all smushed into one stream, 4 hours of coverage. Please do not spoil the game in the chat. Make sure you time your broadcast up with me. Don't comment in the chat before I call it. And also do not spam the live chat as well. Otherwise, you will be timed out. And in terms of tonight, don't come in here with that disrespectful stuff. Otherwise, you will be timed out as well. Philly for Life asked, how long can this keep somebody out? So I will read a tweet that I saw earlier today. Matter of fact, I'll read 2 tweets that I saw. But here we go. Some recent NBA appendectomies and the eventual return timeline. 2017, Channing Frye had surgery on February 17th and he returned on March 26th. OG Anunoby in 2019 had surgery on April 11th and he returned on June 2nd and did not play. Nikola Mirotic had surgery in 2016 on January 27th and he returned on March 5th. And then there was another tweet that I saw. Appendectomies are relatively uncommon in the NBA, but have occurred with players like Grant Hill and OG Anunoby. The average time lost in season for surgery is 23 days, approximately. Now, if the Sixers are in the play-in, they will be playing in 6 days, 5 days. So 23 days, give or take, is not good. Not good. The median, it says here, is 18 days. So let's say favorably 18, still not good. That would put Joel maybe in the middle or the end of the first round. So this is just the absolute worst timing, if we're being honest. That's where we're at. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. So the Sixers have to hope that they can, one, if they're in the play-in, get out of the play-in. I don't think these games are just gimmies. I mean, we'll talk about that in the next few days. But on top of that, I mean, who's to say Joel can even come back? You know, OG Anunoby didn't play for a month and a half. So who knows, man? $2 Super Chat, Philly for life. Who's covering KD, RB, Paul, VJ, or Bona? It's a great question. If it was up to me, I would start Paul George on Kevin Durant, but I have a feeling he may put VJ on him. But if one of them starts getting cooked, then you might have to make an adjustment. We'll see if Nick Nurse can do that. You know what's funny, Philly? I'm actually not as worried about who's covering KD. I'm worried about who's going to get rebounds tonight. Like, Barlow's going to have to be magnificent tonight. And Bona and Drummond cannot get in foul trouble. The Rockets are the best rebounding team in the NBA, as I said in the pregame show. So, Sixers cannot get out rebounded tonight by 5 million. That's what I'm thinking. Y'all are the same fans that thought we were tanking after the All-Star break. Y'all overreact all the time. All right, here's what, we're not going to do this, Sean. I said this in the pregame, bro. And I'm not just directing this at you, bro. Y'all have to stop, man. You can't keep coming in here all season, bro. All season. Y'all are overreacting. No, the hell we're not. We are not overreacting. There's 2 games left in the season. The play-in is in 5 days. Do you understand this? Like, I feel like I'm talking to a brick wall, bro. The play-in is in 5 days. Joel is going to be out for 20 days. Do the math. It is really not that hard to understand why we are frustrated. You could come in here and say, look, y'all are overreacting about Joel Embiid and, his injuries and stuff. I agree. People do that. But we are not overreacting about the horrible timing of this injury. I'm just being honest with you, and I'm not directing this just to you. I know there's going to be people that come in here tonight like, dude, why are you guys so mad? Y'all are overreacting. No, we're not. No, we're not. This is very bad. Have we seen what this team looks like without Joel Embiid? I'm just being honest, bro. We have dealt with this every year. We are not overreacting. This team is cursed, man. We play the Bucks and the Pacers. We're not going to be in the play-in. We're in the play-in right now. We're in the play-in as we speak. We're in the 8th seed, not even in the 7th seed anymore. The Sixers are in the 8th seed right now. They are in the play-in. I'm not going to do this all night, bro. I'm not. I promise. Now, once again, I'm going to say it one more time for the people that are just flooding in before the game. I feel terrible for Joel Embiid more than anything. I hope he's okay. Hope he gets healthy and there's no complications and that he's all right. And, be a decent human being. Let's hope he's okay. On top of that, this is a very, very bad situation for the 76ers. They now have to go back to playing a completely different way. They have a Dem Bona starting at center. And this is a must-win game if they want to try to stay out of the play-in tournament. If they lose tonight, they are almost guaranteed to be in the play-in. That's where I'm at. That is where I'm at. I just read you guys the facts. We will talk about it more in the post game. But anyway, 250 people in here. We're at 87 likes. Get us to 100 likes, man. I appreciate all of you, man. But let's try to just focus on this game. Somehow the Sixers need to pull this out. I would love it if they did. I just see it. It's going to be a hard game. I think it's going to be a tough one. We saw what the Sixers looked like against a really good team on Monday night, and they got smacked in the second half against the San Antonio Spurs. Now, again, just a little preview looking forward, because we will talk about it this weekend. But I don't think it's a gimme in the play-in against the Charlotte Hornets, the Miami Heat, who are like the play-in Warriors, and the frickin' Orlando Magic. I'm not going to sit here and say those are easy games either. I was anticipating the Sixers could get into the number 6 seed and actually have a series. But now, who knows? Who knows, man? Sixer Freedom says, sad news, we could definitely win in the play-in with the way George is playing. That's the other frustrating part of this, bro, is that I feel like at full health, Joel, PG, and Maxey, like, I really want to just see them in a playoff series together. I do want to see what they look like, but it like, we just can't get that consistently. And it's just annoying. It really is. Hopefully Bona can attempt to stop Sengun. I don't think Bona's going to be able to stop Sengun. He also can't get into foul trouble. Starting lineups tonight for the Sixers: Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Paul George, Adem Bona. For the Rockets, Amin Thompson, Josh Okogie, Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., Alperen Sengun. As we know, no Fred VanVleet for the Rockets, no Steven Adams, and no Joel Embiid for the 76ers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 260 people in here right now. 99 likes. We need one more. Get us to 100. Let's have a good night. Let's try to enjoy this as much as we can. 43-36 Sixers on the road. Third to last game of the season. Sixers are rocking the red jerseys, and they are in H-Town without Joel Embiid. Rockets are rocking the white jerseys tonight. Let's see what this team can do. Need you guys to bring the energy in the chat tonight, man. I need y'all to bring the chat. Shout out to the members, man. Like I said, we're going to constantly shout out the members because y'all go above and beyond to support us, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Let's go. We got 100 likes in the chat. Drop the yes sirs, man. Drop the yes sirs. I'm RB. This is Sixers Game Day Live. Get us to 53K, man. Get us to 53 tonight. We are off at the Toyota Center, and the Rockets have it first. Jabari Smith Jr. going to find Sengun, guarded by Bona. Here's Amin Thompson. Thompson turning and spins, finds Sengun. Sengun poked away by Paul George. Bona to VJ. VJ 3-on-1. Kelly down the lane, and Kelly with the slam. Had it wide open. Oubre's yelling, and he gets it to go. First one on the board, man. Here is Thompson going to find Sengun. Sengun, dribble handoff. KD, Sengun, pump fake in the post. He's going to turn, hook one up. Sengun can't get it to go, but the offensive rebound from Okogie, and he lays it in. We are knotted at 2. Houston wearing an alternate jersey tonight. Here's VJ going to pop a 3, and he can't get it off the bounce. Sengun boxes out Bona, and here come the Houston Rockets. Thompson down the floor against PG. Going to find Sengun in the paint. Here's the turn, the fade. Jabari Smith gets it to go. Church says there's no quitting, RB. It does not exist for this man. I appreciate that. Can never give up, man. Never. We're going to keep it going. Paul George going baseline. He's going to drive against 2. Goes up. Gets it to fall. Nice bucket by PG off the dribble. We got Lou World in the chat. What's up, Lou? Şengün going to find Durant. Durant going to step back. Mid-range. Can't get it to go. Paul George the rebound, and he's fouled by Amin Thompson. Guys, drop the yes sirs in the chat. Let's go. Where's all my channel members at, man? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them up. Let's go. Guys, make sure y'all are tapped in. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Trying to get to 53K, man. Playoff streams incoming. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Here's VJ going to crossover drive, spin from the elbow. Left it a tad short, but he was fouled. And I believe the foul is going to be on Alperen Şengün. Let's go. Stevie says, not a yes, sir. I'll drop a thunder up. Got to drop the yes, sirs, man. It's not just a Sixers thing. That's an RB thing. We can all tap into the yes, sirs. We got to piss off the neighbors. You know what I'm saying? We got to wake them up. We got to wake them up, bro. DJ going to miss the first at the line. Second one going to be good for VJ Edgecombe. Legendary says we suffer together. Shout out to my guy Don Boyle. Let's go. Here's Houston. Down by 1. Here's Kevin Durant working against the Dembona on the switch. 8 on the shot clock. Durant crossover, pulls up, and fouled by Bona. Baited him right into that one. Perfect time to get your Sixers therapy t-shirt. This guy needs Sixers therapy. This girl needs Sixers therapy. All on the site. Durant going to knock down the first. And the second one is going to be good as well. Kevin Durant, 2 of 2 at the line. Couple minutes into this one, Rockets with a 1-point lead. Maxey going to drive downhill, goes up, misses it. Bona the rebound, he was blocked, and they call a late whistle. It's going to be a foul on Jabari Smith Jr. on the putback. So he will pick up his first foul. 3 games left, ladies and gentlemen. Trivia race is coming down to the wire. Cardiac for the trivia. Got a couple questions to go, man. Couple questions to go. Who knows? We might have some bonus questions the next couple games. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. Got to stay tapped in. Bona going to go 2 of 2 at the stripe. Bona getting the start for Joel Embiid, who is out with appendicitis. See what the timetable is once we get an official update, but just got out of surgery today after being rushed to the hospital. Şengün with a little spin hook, gets his own rebound. Şengün again. He's going to turn now, hook it with the left, and gets it to go against the Bona. Şengün has had a really interesting season, man. I remember he came out of the rip and he was shooting threes like it was nobody's business, and then he kind of cooled off. Here's Kelly Oubre for 3, and that one is good. Nice shot by Kelly. But yeah, Şengün averaging 20.5 points, 8.9 boards, 6.2 assists, 1.1 blocks, 1.2 steals. Here's Durant, pull up, mid-range, and hits. Şengün is only shooting 31% though from three. Thompson's only at 22%, which is wild. Durant 41% from three. Durant, the leading scorer for this Rockets team, 26 points a game just about. Maxey a step back three. That's way off the mark. Maxey did not play well against the San Antonio Spurs, had 0 in the first half. He's going to have to be much better tonight. Three ball is missed by Jabari Smith. You also have to worry about Maxey's fatigue. He's been playing a lot of minutes this season as he misses, actually just lost the ball on the drive to the rim. Here are the Houston Rockets. Smith going to drive against Paul George, floats it up mid-range and hits. Rockets have the tallest starting lineup in the NBA. Here's Paul George off the dribble three. Couldn't bank it home. Picked up by Houston. And here comes Kevin Durant. Durant up the floor in the post. Şengün is fouled by PG. So it's going to be the first on Paul George. $2 super chat, Ematic. Do the Sixers raise my blood pressure? Yes, sir. Let's go. Yes, sir. They raise our blood pressure, our stress levels, our heart rate, all of it, Ematic. All of it, bro. Durant, Şengün throws it down. Next time I go to the doctor, I'm going to say, yo, all my levels are high because of the dang 76ers, man. Might be time to start branching out, RB. Didn't I just say I was going to do that, man? I did that last year in the playoffs. We're going to do it again this year. We're going to be streaming a ton of games, man. Bona puts it up and misses it point blank. That's why I'm saying, all you NBA fans in here, man, don't worry. It's going to be fun in the playoffs. It's not just going to be only Sixers games. Here's Şengün against Bona. Backing him down. Takes him all the way to the rim. Misses it. Couldn't get his own rebound. Sixers have it. Here's VJ. Bona downhill. Goes up. And he traveled. Random Gamer says, it would feel like Christmas morning if Josh Harris announced he was selling the team. A man can dream. I don't know if the Sixers challenged that or if we got a timeout or what. But we got 330 people in here. Welcome into the Sixers Game Day live show. Brought to you by National University all season long. Thank you to our great partners over there. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we feeling, man? Can we get some blue and red in the chat? I know we're frustrated today. I know we're angry, but can we get some blue and red in here, man? Can we get some blue and red in the chat? Where's my Sixer Nation at? Where is the final band of Sixer Nation? Where y'all at, man? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Like I said, guys, as soon as the news dropped today about Joel Embiid, dropped the video about it. Definitely check that out. Dropped some shorts as well. First one to report on the news. Adamfield says, feeling dejected. I hear you. Not confident. Harry Freeman in the chat dropping the blue and red. Crane dropping the blue and red. Core dropping the blue and red. Legendary. Busy B. Let's go. Go Birds. What's up, man? Beer Batter says, following the team on a workday, I need a raise. I hear you. People are frustrated, man. 100%. 100%. Ben says, I feel like I'm grieving. I hear you, man. I hear you. I definitely am feeling numb, man. Feeling numb today with this stuff. Dom says, I'm irritated because the Flyers are getting killed right now. Shout out to the Flyers. All right, here we go. Thompson, the layup. I'm sorry, that wasn't Thompson. That was, who'd they just bring in? They brought in Clint Capella and Tari Eason. Sixers missed on the other end. Here comes Thompson. Tries to throw one down. He can't. Eason the rebound. Tari Eason floats it up. Thompson this time catches it. Comes down. Barlow's in for Philly. Grimes is in for Philly. Thompson drives the lane. Goes up. He's fouled by Quentin Grimes, the former Houston native. The Houston product, Quentin Grimes. So we got 2 coming up at the line for Amin Thompson. First one missed at the line for Amin Thompson. He's had a really tough time shooting the ball this season. It really has. Busy B says, what just happened? Was it a challenge? I don't know if it was a challenge. I'm not sure. Thompson going to miss both free throws, though. Barlow, Maxey. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It is 14-10. There's Maxey going to find Oubre. Picks it back up after bobbling it and throws it right into the teeth of the defense. Here come the Houston Rockets. KD up the floor against Oubre now, one-on-one. KD going to find Capella. Here's Eason, spot up a 3, and it's good. Tari Eason gets it to go. Here's Kelly Oubre dribbling, driving. Oubre going to find Maxey now, 5:20 to go. Maxey one-on-one against Smith, comes around his screen, bounces it. Barlow drives, kicks, Oubre touches, Grimes, corner 3, cha-ching. Grimes gets it to go. So it is back to a 4-point game. Durant, wearing the yellow sneaks, has the ball, guarded by Barlow. Drummond's getting ready to sub in for Philly. Durant finds a little bit of space, puts a 3 up, and boy, he got Barlow bad. He got Barlow bad on that. Grimes drives the lane, goes up, and he was knocked down hard. Grimes got fouled. He's got 2 coming up at the line, but Grimes is down holding his elbow. Told y'all KD was going to be unstoppable tonight. Looks like Grimes kind of fell on his own left elbow, like kind of got barely bumped. So Grimes going to the stripe for 2. First one is good. Here comes Reed Sheppard. Number 15 into the ball game. Reed Sheppard has had a very interesting role. I thought he would kind of be the starting point with Fred VanVleet out. 3rd overall pick last year. Still having a decent season, though. 13 points a game, shooting about 40% from 3. 3.4 assists per game, 26 minutes. They're still nurturing Reed Sheppard, but he's had a big jump here in year 2. 2 for 2 at the line for Philly. Here's Sheppard going to find Durant. Durant's guarded by Andre Drummond. Not the likely matchup that you want. Durant through the legs, step back 3. It's off the mark. Rockets trying to get the board, and Capella fumbles it. Here come the 76ers. Oubre up the floor, charging to the rim, floats up one hand, got it again. Nice start for Kelly Oubre, 7 points and 3 rebounds. Here's Kevin Durant coming around the screen. He's going to drive, floats it up, left it short. Durant arguing with the ref. He wanted a foul. So Maxey, Drummond, Oubre, Barlow, and Grimes. Here's Drummond at the top of the arc. He's going to hand off to Maxey. They need to get Maxey going. He finds Barlow. Barlow off the dribble. Puts up a 5-footer. It's in and out. Rockets have it. Moving up the floor now. Eason also rocking the yellow sneaks. He's going to drive and spin. A beautiful move right to the rack. And the Rockets lead it by 5. Maxey now with it. 3:35 to go in the first. Maxey drives, puts up, and Drummond is called for the illegal screen. So not even a second to put up the shot. And Drummond's going to get whistled. Beer batter says 52725 subs. Not neat number sequence. Get it to 52.8. Let's go, guys. Can we get the 52.8? And can we get the 200 likes? We need 65 more. Let's go. Keep on hitting that thumbs up button. Let's push this through the algorithm, man. Here's Eason, kicks it up to Durant. Durant going to drive, one bounce to the corner. Here's a 3-ball, and that one is good. Josh Okogie. Sixers need to guard the perimeter. I say it every game. Here's Kelly trying to answer from 3. He does. Big time shot. Kelly!
He's on fire!
Let's go, Kelly. Let's go, Kelly. Eason to Durant. Here's a 3-ball from Shepherd. He misses it. The Rockets, another rebound and a foul. Let's go, man. $350 people in the chat. We are a few minutes away from the end of the first. Trivia coming up in just a few minutes. Get those keyboards ready. Big start for Kelly Oubre. We'll be back in a quick 30.
Meet my dad. National University supports all his ends with flexible online courses. He can be a student and catch bad guys on the internet and teach me how to hit a curveball and serve his country. He's an ander. National University supporting all your ends.
So the 76ers trail by 5. Oubre's got half the points on the team. It would be nice if Kelly can keep this up, but it seems like Kelly does this sporadically. You know, he'll have like a game where he drops 30 and then 8 games where he drops 10. I don't know. I don't know, man. Coach Doc, Harden, Ben Simmons, Paul George, Max contract, and Embiid's ongoing health. As a Raptors fan and a supporter of your YouTube channel, my heart goes out to you, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thanks for the love, bro. Yeah, we've been through some crazy times on this channel. We have been through some crazy times. The fact that I've covered all this is wild. It really is a soap opera at this point. It's got to be nuts, man. Philly for Life, $2 super chat says Kelly is straight carrying us right now, RB. Get Maxey going. 0 points for Tyrese Maxey. 0 of 3. Is that because Maxey is not being aggressive enough? Is that because the Sixers are not running any offense? Or are the Rockets just a tough team defensively? I think it's a combination of all of those. Like I said, the Rockets have very lengthy defenders. Everybody in their starting 5 is like 6'7" or up. You know, Maxey struggles against these lengthy wings. So he needs to get going. All right, let's see what we can do, man. Let's see what we can do. 2:40 to go here in the first. Scum says next year will be my year in trivia, I promise. Still got a couple games left, man. You never know what's in store. You never know the surprises. But anyway, man, this is a must-win game for the Sixers to try to stay in the playoffs and not drop to the play-in. Right now, the Raptors are beating the Miami Heat by 26 points. Miami, boo! Boo, Miami. You guys stink. Y'all can beat the Sixers and hit every shot, but you're down by 26? Come on, Miami. Y'all stink, man. Here's Sengun. Gonna dribble, spin, go all the way up and in against Drummond. Yeah, Sengun's cooking, man. Seven-point lead now. Here's VJ Edgecombe coming around a high screen. He's going to drive into the paint. And boy, they just ate his lunch. Took it right away from him. Eason down the floor for a wide open dunk. It's been a while since I've seen VJ get swarmed like that. They just took the ball right out of his hands, like the bully on the playground. Here's Quentin Grimes, and the same thing happened to him, except he kind of lost it. Eason down the floor. And that one goes off of the knee of Tari Eason on the fast break, so it's going to be turned over back to Philly. Man, this defense is swarming right now. Busy says, I can't believe the season is almost over. Yo, how about that, Busy B? First off, shout out to Busy B and all of the people that have been here all season long. If you've been here all season long, drop a yes, sir, in the chat. Man. Y'all are the MVPs, man. Y'all are the MVPs. If you've been here rocking with me all season through this chaos, shout out to you, man. Now, Busy, I know what you're saying. Season is almost over. Couple Sixers games left. I can't believe we've been here for all these 80 games, with the exception of like 2 of them. But I would argue back a little bit. Season's not over yet. We're going to be streaming these playoffs. We're going to have some fun. We're going to get to watch some big moments in the playoffs. I think there's going to be some great playoff series this year. We're going to stream those games. So we're not going anywhere yet. We're not done. We're not done. But I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Maybe we'll get to watch a play-in game next week. Do you guys remember the last play-in game on this channel? Who was here for that? That was insane, man. A couple years ago, Sixers against the Heat. We had Nicholas Batum's wife tapping in, commenting on our stuff because the Sixers had a big shot at the end of the game. Shout out to the no-dip Batum. Batum! Those were good times, man. Then we had that crazy series against the New York Knicks. Yeah, it's gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be wild, man. Anyway, the Rockets challenged it, and they did win the challenge, so they're going to keep their timeout. And now they're actually at the free throw line, so I guess they got fouled in the process, so that's going to be number 1 on Kelly. Crazy. So the Rockets hit both at the line. They're up by 11. Sixers struggling to get anything outside of Maxey, who now is on the bench after 11 minutes. He went scoreless. There's Kelly Oubre going to pump fake, drive downhill, dumps to Drummond. It's stolen away. VJ gets it back, floats it up. It's airballed. Airballed by VJ. Here come the Rockets in transition. Holy smokes, that was smooth. Yo, that was smooth, man. These boys had the ball up the floor in 2 seconds. That's what length will do, man. Couple passes, right up the floor. Bang. Paul George, mid-range, got it. Breaks the run. 13-3 run. And the Sixers finally answer back. Batum game, that's why she said, why is Batum in? Exactly. Batum's wife was tapped in. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. That was an awesome game. Durant drives the lane, floats it up, misses it, gets his own board, throws it. Grimes almost intercepted it, but it's out of bounds. I can't believe we're going to have another play-in game. It's going to feel like Game 7 of the finals. But I can't even get excited now without Joel Embiid, man. I just hate the timing of this Embiid stuff. It really sucks. Busy says, I can't believe that was 2 years ago. That's a fact. Can't believe that was 2 years ago. Here's a three from Sengun. It's airballed. And Paul George fouls Thompson on the rebound. So Paul George going to pick up his second personal. Not good, especially in this game. Where's the chat at, man? Where are you guys at? Let's go. We need 50 more likes. Get us to 200. Help push us through the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your next door neighbor. Tell them to hit that sub button, man. Philly for Life, $2 super chat says, we're getting cooked in this one, RB. Not looking good. So far we are. Getting completely beat on the glass already. It's crazy. This is what the 76ers have done to us, man. This is the Sixers therapy, bro. That's why I got my Sixers therapy tee on. Thompson going to knock down both at the line. Like I said in the pregame, Philly, I'm not being delusional tonight. I was thinking about picking the Sixers to win till Embiid went out. Oubre misses his first shot, but Drummond puts it back with one hand. "25 seconds to go here in quarter one. Rockets lead it by 11. Sengun at the top. He's got KD on the wing. Eason in the corner. He's going to ISO Drummond. They're trying to ISO Drummond. He drives and spins, had it poked away. Nice steal by Oubre. PG up the floor. Oubre inside and throws it down. Rockets throw it all the way down the floor. VJ tried to intercept it. Nice bat away. That was like a cornerback right there. Shout out to VJ Edgecombe. Guys, make sure you click that link in the chat. That is, it's in there. It says all of Philly Takes social links. Definitely click that. Follow us on all platforms. We've been pumping out the content everywhere. Shout out to all our diehard OG viewers. Here's Sengun off the inbound. He's going to drive, falls down again. He's yapping at the official when there was still time on the game clock. Yo, Sengun was whining. Anyway, we have hit the end of the first quarter. Could be worse, but the Sixers find themselves down by 9, 35-26, and that's without Maxey scoring a bucket. VJ had 1 point. But it is officially the end of the first quarter. You know what time that means? It is time for our Sixers Scholars Trivia, presented by National University. Shout out to our great partners at NU. You guys know the drill, man. 3 games left. We may have bonus questions. We may not. Guess you got to stick around and find out. But we're in a tight trivia race. Only one guess is permitted. I will say the question first, and then I will drop it in the live chat. And then after about 40 seconds, I will type done. No more guesses permitted after that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rumble? Here we go. Today's Sixers Scholars Trivia question is, which player holds the 76ers rookie record for most three-pointers in a single game in franchise history? Which player holds the 76ers rookie record for most three-pointers in a single game in franchise history? Give you guys 25 more seconds. By the way, I know some of y'all are going to try to look this up. The answer that you look up is not the correct one, because I made sure of that. Just so y'all know. Just saying. I actually did the digging of the research and figured it out. But yeah, which Sixers rookie has the most threes in a game in franchise history? Five more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll take a look at who got it here at the next stoppage. As Paul George has it poked away. He's trying to get it back. He finally picks it up. 5 on the shot clock. Paul George pulls up from 3. That one is short. And the Rockets pick it up. 9-point lead for the Houston Rockets. Here's Amin Thompson. Guarded by Quentin Grimes. Thompson downhill. He drives and kicks. Here's Jabari Smith. Leans into a 3, and he is fouled. 3-point foul on VJ Edgecombe. All right. So the question is, which player holds the Sixers rookie record for most three-pointers in a game in franchise history? I see Ben Simmons. That's hilarious. No. VJ Edgecombe, AI, no. VJ Edgecombe, no. Tyrese Maxey, no. And we do have the correct answer. It is Juan YK1ZM who gets it correct. The answer is Landry Shamet. It happened in 2019. 8 3-pointers in a single game for Landry Shamet. Juan gets his first trivia point of the season. He doesn't go scoreless. Juan, congratulations. VJ was second. Landry Shamet was first. Shout out to Landry Shamet. Kind of miss Landry Shamet. You know what I mean? People don't remember that first half of the rookie season he had before he was in the Tobias Harris trade. I liked Landry Shamet a lot. Late first out of Wichita State. He was really good. He's been a journeyman. But he's still in the league. He's with New York. So shout out to Shamet. Thank you all for playing Sixers Scholars Trivia every game at the end of the first quarter. And there is Tyrese Maxey back in the game, scoring his first points after 2 made free throws by Jabari Smith Jr. So here is Sengun. He goes up against 2, and he gets it to fall. Sixers defense on the interior, not good at all so far tonight. They find themselves down 11 again. Feels like we're hanging on from a disaster right here. Maxey to Barlow. Barlow floats it up way too much on that. Let's go, man. Here's Amin Thompson. Steps over, puts it up mid-range, hits again. Rockets lead it by 13 points. Yeah, we're flirting with disaster here, ladies and gentlemen. Maxey coming around a screen. Maxey going to drive. Had it. Plucked away again. Rockets on the break. Eason dumps it. Smith slams it. And it is a 15-point ball game. Holy smokes. Nurse wants a timeout. Not good at all. That is where we are at. Shaking my head. 330 people in the live chat right now. Welcome in Sixers Game Day Live. We give you this broadcast every game, pregame, live game, and postgame. Guys, do me a huge solid. Go down below and hit the thumbs up button. Get us to 200 likes, man. And hit the subscribe button. Help us get to 53K. That's how we push this around to new fans. I know it's a frustrating day in the world of Philadelphia sports with the Joel Embiid news, but we are trying to push through this game, man. Meanwhile, the Raptors are winning, so this is not a good sign for the 76ers right now. Not at all. I really appreciate everybody, sticking in here all season, hanging out with me, enjoying these games. It's been a fun season, man. Even through the chaotic ups and downs and the cardiac games. I don't know if you guys remember that. Maybe it's just me, or maybe y'all agree. Does it feel to you guys and girls like there's been like 5 different phases of the Sixers season? I feel like there's been so many phases of this season. Like, remember the whole first half of the season was literally every game was down to the wire. I feel like that was ages ago at this point. Then they had the month of January where everybody came back healthy. They had the month of March where nobody played. Now Joel Embiid comes back. Now he's out with appendicitis and everybody got sick for like a week. You just cannot predict what is going to happen with this team. I feel like it's been insane this year, man. And the craziest part is we had no expectations at all. We really didn't. It's been a crazy year, man. Crazy year. This is why VJ and Maxey can't be the future backcourt. They are too damn small. Well, I mean, you're making this argument against a team like the Rockets where every player is above 6'7". I don't know if that's fair to make that point on this game alone. I would argue against that point, maybe if VJ and Maxey had a center right now on the floor that could actually score the ball and have any type of gravity on the floor, things would be different. Would you agree with that? Because honestly, Drummond can't score. Bona can't score. So the Rockets are pretty much shading Maxey and VJ. Do you see what they're doing? They're literally pressuring Maxey and VJ right every time they touch the ball because they can afford to. Barlow can't shoot either. So like what, again, I'm not trying to make an excuse for Maxey or VJ. I agree they need to be more aggressive, but they're getting swarmed with the ball right now. They have two guys on the floor that can't shoot the ball right now. PG misses the three. Barlow tried to save it, and he does. It goes off of Thompson. But again, it's not like there's even any time to like do anything, Like we're 2 games left in the season. Bona going to hand it off to VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe against Smith. Crossover, pull up 3-ball, and knocked it down. Nice shot by VJ. Let's go, man. Here's Thompson, guarded by VJ Edgecombe. Here's Jabari Smith Jr. coming around a screen. He's going to pull up a 3-ball, can't answer. Bona the board. They're going to say he fouled him on the rebound, though. Yeah, Bona just did not take the step this year that the Sixers needed him to take. And Drummond, the Drummond experience, man, I think I said this last game, and I still don't know why Nurse played Drummond last game, but the Drummond experience has just been wild this year. He's shooting 52% at the rim, 35 from 3. It's like, what? Rockets miss and another offensive rebound. The Sixers just cannot get rebounds, man. They are getting torched. That was my number one key of this game. VJ, the pull-up midi, got it to go again. Nice shot by VJ Edgecombe. The Heat have gone on a run here against the Raptors, though. They've brought it back to 8. They've brought it back to 8. So Miami's going on a bit of a run here. 33-22 in the third quarter. Hopefully the Heat can keep it going. That would be nice. Busy says if we stay in the 7 seed, we play Boston in the first round. Well, just remember that the play-in is completely different. You got to make it out of the play-in. I don't know if the Sixers can beat some of the teams in the play-in. (45-33), Rockets lead it. Here's VJ, pull up from 3. That one is short. Jabari Smith, the rebound. Here come the Houston Rockets, leading by 12. 8:25 to go in the second. Here is Sengun going to find Jabari Smith Jr., puts it up and hits it from the mid-range. So it is a 14-point game. Aaron Holiday's in for the first time. Rockets steal it away again. Okogie back in. Sengun out to the corner. Holiday drives. Sengun. Pump fake goes up. And they don't give him the foul. I'm surprised about that. Paul George up the floor. Left hand. Dribbling. Driving. PG all the way. And he is fouled at the rim. So Paul George with a chance for 2 coming up. Let's go, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Get us to 500 likes, man. Hit that subscribe button as well. Estelle says the window is closed for this season. It's still Embiid's team without him. Snowball's chance in hell. I mean, he's got to be healthy, though. You know, we can't keep doing this every year where, you know, we get here and then he's not healthy. So I agree. Joel is one of the most talented players I've ever seen, but I think people have just had enough of the injuries. You know, it's just can't stay on the floor. Maxi's got 2 points in this game. Like I said, the lengthy defenders of Houston are making it very tough for him. VJ's had to settle for some deep threes, but again, this is where it comes down to coaching as well. Like, you got to run plays to get your guards going downhill, and I don't feel like the Sixers run anything, so I've been vocal about that before. Here's Sengun, going to hand it off to Holiday, coming around a screen, pick and roll. Sengun, a high arcing floater, can't get it to go. I guess it wasn't free throws. I thought it was, but guess not. Paul George poked away again. The Rockets are literally everywhere, bro. They are literally everywhere. Easy transition buckets. They are cooking the Sixers. Points off of turnovers, transition. Oh my gosh, man. Here's a 3 from Maxey, and he finally gets one to fall. Nice shot by Maxey. Actually, I guess PG did hit free throws. My bad. I didn't even see that, but shout out to PG. Rockets are just putting the pressure on right now. Rockets are differently constructed, though. I like how they're constructed. I just think something's been missing this year. I know the Van Vliet injury definitely hurt them. Injuries are a big thing. First one good at the line for Houston. Busy says the roster's constructed around him. He's literally the son of the Sixers solar system. He is, but again, like, you know, I agree. Like, he's really good on the floor, but you got to have him on the floor. Got to have him on the floor. Thompson going to knock down at the line. 51-38, 13-point game. 7 minutes to go here in the second. Here's Tyrese Maxey. We're seeing Jabari Walker. First time in a long time. Jabari's in the game. Maxey another 3. Can't get it. Walker, the offensive rebound. Puts it right up and in. Where the heck has Jabari Walker been, man? Interesting. And we don't even see Trendon Watford anymore either. He stinks. Holiday dumps it to Capella. Here's Durant against Maxey. Puts it up and hits. It's an impossible matchup right there. Everybody swore by Trendon Watford. He can't even touch the floor. And then Jabari Walker barely touches the floor. VJ puts it up mid-range, Drummond the rebound. VJ kicks it out. Kelly wide open for 3. Too much on it. VJ trying to get the board. And an offensive foul on the Sixers. I doubt anybody feels worse than Embiid himself. That's a fact. Yeah, no, he was definitely depressed last year. I can't even imagine how he's feeling. Can't even imagine how Embiid's feeling. Embiid has tried to play through many injuries. It's just his body is not holding up. Not holding up at all. DJ's arguing with the referee. 13-point game. We got 360 in the house right now. We are closing in on that 200 mark, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for being here. Help us get to 53K. We're going to be streaming a ton of playoff games. So make sure you tune in and support the content. We're going to be dropping a ton of videos, ton of live shows. Make sure those noties are on. $2 super chat. Philly for life says, why Bari is in RB? He can grab boards. Watford is trash. Listen, I thought Jabari Walker brought a lot of energy when he used to play. I feel like that about a lot of Sixers players. I feel like that about Justin Edwards, Jabari Walker. It's just that they don't get consistent run. And we've said this for a long time. We've said this for a very long time. I don't understand why Walker got benched. Here's Maxey, the drive and spin, left it short. Rockets pick it up. Reed Shepherd, the former third pick, back in for Houston now. Shepherd drives against Maxey, blows by, kicks it out. Okogie, the pump fake. Drummond jumps. The drive and the finish from Okogie. And it is 57 now to 40. Maxey going to drive and kick. Had that one poked away. Dude, they have Maxey in jail right now, bro. They have Maxey in jail. Here's Maxey looking at inbound. Maxey scanning the floor, inbounds to Drummond. Drummond, nowhere to go with it. Sixers standing around. Here's VJ, going to drive downhill, steps back, floats it up, way short. He tries to bully it away from Durant. He does. Here's Walker, no-look dime. Kelly slams it down. Nice second effort by Jabari and VJ and Kelly. Good stuff, man. Here's Reed Shepherd coming around a screen. Shepherd puts up a three and drills it. Just a nice shot. The Rockets have hit 60 points here with 5 minutes to go in the second. Sixers defense has just not been that good this year. As simple as that. I'm sure we'll do a podcast when the end of the season comes, but that's like the number one issue, man. They just can't play defense, bro. Maxey misses the floater, gets his own board from the ground, kicks to VJ. VJ for three, and it's good. VJ's trying his best out here, man. 20-year-old rookie. 20 years old. 4:20 to go here in the second. Capella going to find Durant. Durant dribbling and driving against VJ. He steps back. He turns. He spins. He fades. And Durant is automatic. Literally automatic, bro. Kevin Durant is one of the most gifted, skilled scorers in the history of the league. It's not even close. Maxey going to drive, lays it in with the left, and nice bucket by Maxey. Blew right by the defender. Here's Reed Shepherd, a wide open three on the other end, and he drills it. Sixers, you have to actually guard the three-point line, man. For Nick Nurse being a defensive coach, his defense is just not that good at all this year. Timeout 76ers. They're getting blasted on the defensive end. I expected this, though, so I'm not surprised whatsoever. I'm not surprised whatsoever. All right, we're going to take a look at some stats as well, but let's play a fun little game we like to here in the second quarter. It is called Drop the Spot. Drop it like it's hot. Let me know where everybody's tapping in from watching the show tonight. Drop your city, states, locations, towns, countries, whatever. Let me know where you guys are watching tonight, tapped in from. $2 super chat. Philly for life says Isaiah Joe, McRain, Bari, Edwards, Reed. A list goes on. RB. Yeah, man, it's what we've had to deal with. That's what we've had to deal with as Sixers fans. I appreciate y'all even being still tapped in, man. I appreciate y'all even being tapped in. Yeah, I mean, the Rockets are just, they're going nuts right now. They're shooting 50% from three, 60 from the field. I mean, this is crazy, bro. 16-4 points off of turnovers. They are cooking the Sixers in the paint. But this is what I expected, man. I mean, what else am I supposed to think without Joel Embiid? That's what I said in the pregame, man. A lot of people are like, yeah, you know, the Sixers still going to win. No, they're not. When you lose Joel Embiid, it's like losing like the big chunk of your team. Let's see. We got Lancaster in the house tonight. Colorado Springs, ATL, South Jersey. Walt Whitman squad in the building. Dallas in the house. What else we got? Upper Darby, PA, Germantown, Philly, Philippines, Hawaii. New York, we got OKC. I'm greedy. I want a lottery pick, says Wyatt. A little town called Perennial Purgatory. Germantown in the house tonight. South Jersey, North Philly. Got Manchester in the house. But yeah, man. That's where we're at. I mean, the Sixers are... It is surprising. It is surprising. I feel like they have defensive talent on this team. I do. I really feel like they have defensive, talented players. I don't know, man. I just feel like Nick Nurse is kind of mentally checked out. I feel like he kind of is checked out from the last couple of years. I feel like he's just kind of checked out. Again, there's just a lot of games this year where the Sixers just don't have the energy, you know? They play like a bunch of they play like a bunch of conceited players some nights. Like, oh, we're just too good for this. Some nights they really battle. PG with the pick and roll. Drummond lost control of it. Rockets steal it away again. Durant, Thompson, Durant, mid-range, and drills it. So out of the timeout, the Sixers run a pick and roll, and Andre Drummond can't even grab the basketball. Old George now with the ball. He's coming around a screen again. Here's a pick and roll. PG with the ball in his hands. Kicks it out to VJ. Nice closeout by Houston. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Quentin Grimes against Reed Shepherd. Comes around a screen. Steps back. Grimes for 3. It's off. Grimes has been one of the biggest disappointments this season. Just not a consistent player. And the best part about it, aka the worst part about it, is they traded away Grimes' replacement in Jared McCain. Thompson for 3, that's short. Who's going to replace Quentin Grimes next year? That's the question. DJ downhill, tries to push away Thompson. They're going to call Thompson for a foul. That is going to be number 3 on Amin Thompson. It's a 20-point ball game all of a sudden. And the Sixers are flirting with disaster here. $2 Super Chat, Philly for life. Thank you so much, man. He says, when it rains, it pours, RB. Embiid, Heat, smoked, and now this. What's the score over there, man? Let's check. Let's check. Damn, bro. Heat are down by 17. Boo! Boo. Miami. Boo. BJ going to knock down at the line 67-48. Ryan says, I don't think I can invest in a Sixer season until Embiid is gone. You know what's crazy about that, Ryan? Is that Joel Embiid's extension begins at the end of this season. Oubre stole it away from KD. What did they just call now? What was that? What was that? That wasn't a foul, right? What was the call? He stepped out of bounds? Get out of here, bro. No way. Mid-range shot, bro. Is this team trying defensively? Andre Drummond in the paint. He's fouled. Dude, the Rockets are everywhere, bro. Drummond going to miss a second free throw. Come on, Drummond, bro. 2 points and 2 boards. Goes 0 of 2 at the line. Drummond, I'm going to be honest with you, man. Thompson slams down the putback. Drummond, I'm going to be honest with you, brother. This is man-to-man right now. You have a pretty good image in your legacy, Drum God. Like, a lot of people will remember you from those Pistons days and being the rebound king, like you said. As Maxey puts some nice English on the rock and gets it to fall. Drummond, you gotta retire, man. Drummond, don't tarnish your legacy, man. You're an old school player, Drummond. You gotta retire, man. This is not a good look. Here's a mid-range shot. Thompson misses it. Bro, Drummond's not even trying to get a rebound. This is crazy. Step back, missed it again. Finally, the Sixers get the board. Maxey going to step back for 3 and drills it. Nice shot, Tyrese Maxey. 71-53. 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Rockets have shot 14 of 22 in this quarter. KD drives, puts it up. Man. There's people, I remember people on my videos who said the Sixers should not even think about Kevin Durant when all those rumors were going on. Y'all are crazy, man. Kevin Durant is a bucket. VJ puts it up and misses it. Drummond trying to get the board, and that one is knocked out of bounds. $2 Super Chat. Philly for Life says, this is the best defense I've seen all season by far. For the Rockets, right? Not the Sixers, right? Definitely not the Sixers. The Rockets, yeah, this is great defense, man. 100%. That's what they're hanging their hat on. It's just their offense has been wonky this year. Maxey, another 3, got it to go. Nice shot by Maxey. He's rebounded pretty well here in the second quarter. He's got 15 in this quarter. 8 seconds to go here in the first half. Shepherd drives and kicks. Here's Durant. Blows by Paul George, floats it up, misses it, and that'll do it. But yeah, man, the Houston Rockets, like I said, they're a 50-win team. I mean, they're very talented. They just have had some troubles offensively this year, but defensively, they're great. Ryan Campbell says, I tune in for a live. I'll never invest in the Sixers like the Eagles. Well, lucky for you, Ryan, I do an Eagles channel as well. It's all in that link tree as well, man. Check it out, A to Z Sports Philly. Cover the Eagles as well. Where was that other comment I saw? I'm only watching the Sixers because I like this live stream. It is entertaining. That's why I watch. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Philly says, obviously the Rockets. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. All right. I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. I mean, first off, welcome in Sixers halftime live show. The fact that we're still doing these game day lives is insane. Somebody said, earlier, you got to do other teams. Like I said, for the playoffs, we're going to be streaming a ton of games. I'm looking forward to that. Honestly, if I was streaming another team, I'd probably have like 1 million subs by now. So the fact that we're still grinding out this Sixers stuff, it's all credit to you guys and girls, man. Thank you for the support. Make sure you like the show, subscribe to the show. I really don't have a lot to say at this halftime. I'm going to give you a few takeaways. Of course, I will open up the forum to you as we always do here at the halftime segment. Give me a word. Give me a word in the chat. It could be a word about this game. It could be a word about how you're feeling about the Joel Embiid stuff. It could be a word about how you feel just in general today with all the news going on. Give me a word, Sixer Nation, to describe how you're feeling in totality today. Give me one word, man. I'm going to give you my word as well. We'll go over a couple takeaways. I'm going to save more of my stuff for the post game. So far, though, I mean, my word of this game, actually, you know what? I'll save it for the other side. I'll read out a few of the best, man. Once again, thank y'all for being here. Before I get to the words, though, Got to give another shout out to the great partners all season long of the channel, and that is National University. National University is a nonprofit accredited university offering flexible online schooling programs. If you're juggling a full-time job, maybe taking care of a family, maybe trying to watch the Sixers games all year, you have all these responsibilities and you don't have time to go back in person to get that education, no worries. National University is perfect for you. NU offers 4 and 8 week online courses designed to help you balance work, life, and school. You get to start sooner and finish faster. They're one of the largest private nonprofit universities in the U.S., 50,000 students. They have over 150 degree programs that include things like social sciences, tech, engineering, marketing, business, education, healthcare, and more. So definitely go check out all their degree program options. You can go to school from the comfort of your own home. It is easy. Like I said, very flexible online courses. They have a 50-year history of innovative learning and support models for working and non-traditional students. And they are offering a new scholarship right now, the Believe and Succeed Scholarship. That'll grant students up to $6,000 annually towards a bachelor's or master's degree. So check out all of their degree curriculums down below. Click our link in the chat, go to nationaluniversity.com and check out everything that they have to offer. Shout out to NU, where you can juggle school with everything else life has to offer. Thank you to them for being great partners of the show. Speaking of getting schooled, man, it's been a common theme here, but the Sixers have been getting schooled tonight in 2 specific areas that I will tell you about, which I pretty much predicted on the pregame show, and I noted as the biggest areas to emphasize tonight. Apparently, Nick Nurse didn't think the same, but my word of this game is expected. My word is expected. There's no other word for me to describe this game. This is going exactly how I expected it. When people came into the pregame show tonight and they're like, yeah, the Sixers are still going to win. There's no way I can see the Sixers winning this unless the Philadelphia 76ers, or more so the Rockets, just kind of half-ass it all night, for a lack of a better term. Like, the Rockets have size. They are absolute killers on the glass, which the Sixers struggle with. The Sixers are, and the Rockets are a good shooting team from beyond. I think they're, 8th in the NBA? Let me see. Yeah, they're 8th in the NBA in three-point shooting. I mean, all of the Rockets' strengths play right into the Sixers' weaknesses. There's a reason that the Houston Rockets in this game are shooting, 50% from 3? Now they're at 42, but they were pretty much shooting 50% from 3. I mean, they're shooting 42 from 3. They're shooting 57 from the field. I said it a couple minutes ago. I'll say it again. This is one of those examples of, like, how can a defensive-minded head coach not have any defense? So for me, the word is expected, because this is exactly what I expected tonight. Now, let's read out a couple words in the chat. Appendicitis, I knew that was coming. Monotonous, great word from Busy. Defenseless, expectationless, interesting, demotivated. Interesting. Think the Sixers have kind of quit? That's a good point. Do you think the Sixers have kind of just thrown in the towel? I don't know. Disappointed, depressed, broken, Groundhog Day, demoralized, play-in, detrimental, perplexed, apocalypse. Good words in the chat. Sacrilegious, volcanic, apathetic, despicable. Yo, we got some great words in the chat tonight, man. Great words in the chat tonight. Shout out to all the words, man. Y'all are great. Great job tonight. Great job tonight, man. 327 people in here. Get us to 200 likes. We're almost there. Hit the subscribe button. If you want to become a channel member, hit the join button down below. Get in before the playoffs, man. Get all the exclusive perks and more. The 2 takeaways from this first half are the Sixers are getting cooked on the boards. Now, I know it's 20-20, but that is what a box score watcher would say. I'm looking at the actual possessions. The Rockets have gotten the important rebounds on the second chance opportunities. That is what I'm looking at. So despite, 20 to 20 on the boards, 8 to 7 on the offensive rebounds, it has been the Houston Rockets that have made the Sixers pay, with 2 to 3 opportunities on one possession. Like, even for example, I'm looking right here, the Rockets 38 to 22 in the paint. Points off of turnovers, 20 to 4. So the Rockets are really making the Sixers pay for their mistakes. And again, the other one is just the no defense. Whether it's Kevin Durant, Jabari Smith Jr., Amin Thompson, whoever it's been, man. Like, the Rockets are just finding the easiest shots. And when the Sixers turn it over, I mean, they have not turned it over a lot this year. They have not been a turnover-prone team. But to have 11 in the first half, that is a direct product of the Rockets defense. You got to tip your cap to the Rockets. Their defense has been insane in this game. They've taken Maxey out of it. They've taken VJ out of it. Now, credit to Maxey. He has battled back in the second quarter. He had 15, 0 in the first, 15 in the second. But the Rockets are still making it extremely hard for Maxey. And anytime the Rockets have stolen the ball tonight, I mean, they run down the floor in like 2 seconds. They have 8 steals in the first half, and they've just couple quick passes right down the floor, and the Sixers can't even catch up. And the last thing I'll say is the 76ers do not have any capable centers tonight. Adem Bona, 2 points in 10 minutes with 2 fouls. Drummond played 13 minutes, 2 points, and 5 boards. So the Sixers just don't have a capable center against the best rebounding team in the NBA tonight. That is the storyline, and that is why this is very expected for me. That is really my halftime analysis, man. CT, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. This Howard Eskin called Embiid bubble wrap baby is sad. Yeah, there's been a lot of crazy takes put out there about Joel Embiid today. A lot of mean, rude comments. Like I said, you can't say that Joel Embiid will not fight through injury and play through stuff. The guy has literally battled through everything. And there's actually an interesting post I saw today about how many games he has missed per injury. And I'm going to talk about that on the postgame show. But he has tried to play through stuff, man. He has really tried to play through stuff, 100%. No doubt about it. But anyway, we will see what happens in the second half. Can the Sixers make a miraculous comeback? It's hard for me to see that happening. Obviously, the Joel Embiid news is the worst possible time. And, now we just got to hope and see what happens, really. Speaking of which, let's see. The Raptors are up by 20 with 4 minutes to go. So it looks like the Raptors are going to beat Miami. Thank you a lot, Miami, for nothing. And yeah, that's where we're at. Give me your thoughts down below in the comments, and we will be back in a few minutes. Get ready for this second half and see if the Sixers have anything left in the tank. They better not come out here and quit in the first couple minutes. If they do that, I'm going to be pissed off. All right, we'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up. All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the Sixers Game Day Live Show. Second half getting underway. Sixers down by 17. Do they have any source of life? Can they make something happen? We shall see. Welcome into the Sixers Game Day Live Show. Thank you so much for being here, man. Frustrating day for sure in Philadelphia sports, but got to push through it. A couple games left in the regular season. See what happens. Keith says we'll probably lose to the Heat in the play-in tournament. That would be disastrous. That would suck. All right, here we go. DJ with the rock first. He's going to pull up off the dribble. A three is off the mark. Had a wide open opportunity. Could not capitalize. Rockets 20-4 in the points off turnovers. Thompson drives and a foul right away. It's going to be on VJ Edgecombe. That's number 3. The entire Sixers starting 5 with at least 2 fouls. Not good for the 76ers. Durant against Paul George. Durant. Sengun going to set a screen up top. Durant, a rolling Sengun. He drives, dumps it down. Okogie, the up and under, misses it. Thompson, the rebound. Thompson kicks out to Smith. Jabari Smith for 3. That one is off the mark. And he was fouled at the tail end. A brutal foul on Kelly Oubre Jr. You just can't do that, man. Just not smart at all. It's interesting. The Rockets have the 3rd overall pick, Jabari Smith, from 2022. They have the 3rd overall pick from 2024 in Reed Shepherd. So it's definitely interesting. They've, the Rockets, right? And not to say that the Sixers should completely tank, but there have been teams that have had like a 2 to 3 year reset. Think about OKC, Houston, right? And you see all the draft picks they've been able to get. I mean, some of it obviously comes with luck. And now, especially after this season, it seems like Adam Silver is going to do a lot to change the tanking rules, or the draft lottery rules, rather. But I don't know. To me, it just kind of feels like a quick 2-year reset. Think about the Sixers in 2028, 2029. They have all these draft picks. Is that the best way to go? I mean, the problem with the Sixers, again, is that Joel and Paul have at least 2 to 3 years left on their contracts. So I don't know how they're going to get out of this, man. Maxey, the drive in Euro, misses it at the rim. Bad miss by Maxey. Here come the Rockets. Durant, guarded by Paul George. Durant, Okogie, kicks it out. Smith, corner 3. No good. Offensive rebound, gets it to go. Bona watched it. Sixers just are embarrassing on the rebounds, man. And it happens every year. How come the Sixers are embarrassing on the boards every year? Paul George floats it up. Left it short. He was fouled at the tail end of it. I just don't get how you have these same issues every single season, bro. It's pretty wild, man. Paul George going to miss the first free throw. And the worst part, in my opinion, is like, okay, let's say the Sixers wanted to get rid of Paul George and Joel Embiid. You can't. And then you have VJ and Maxey, you're wasting years off of their contract trying to do this every year, So it's really bad timing all around. It's like I don't know. I don't think anybody wants to take on those contracts, and you can't get rid of them unless they retire. So who knows? Here's Kevin Durant, pulls up a 2 and hits. Old George going to pull up for 3, bounces up and out. Bona just got tackled by Sengun, no whistle. How did they not call that a foul? How did they not call that a foul? He just got tackled on a rebound. Sengun to Durant. Durant going to pull up from deep, misses it. Rockets get another offensive rebound. Another jump shot is missed. A third offensive rebound. Thompson in the lane, and he throws it down. This is an embarrassing. Yeah, this is, like I said at halftime, guys, this is going to be one of them games where the Sixers have quit, and they're probably going to lose by 40. They're going to lose by 40 points. I mean, have some damn pride, guys. Have some pride, man. This is the one thing I don't understand about this Sixers team throughout the season. Like, I understand that Joel Embiid is out, but you're not bad enough to lose by 40. You had the Magic game early in the season. You had the Hornets game where you lost by 50. You know, there's been games where you just let up and the Spurs beat you by 40. Like, you're not that bad, bro. I'm sorry, you're not. Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Paul George, and, whatever. These guys are not bad enough to lose by 40. They're not. I just don't understand it, bro. I do think Nick Nurse is checked out mentally. I do. But, something's got to give, man. Something has to give. $2 super chat, Fredo Ashtray. What's up, Fredo? What's up, my guy? I guess we're rooting for McCain in the playoff run. Yo, we're going to be streaming the OKC playoff games, man. Honestly, last year I streamed a lot of them. It was fun. It was fun watching them play, man. I like the way that they play. Spurs, it was fun watching them play, man. $2 super chat, Bernard McCoy. Thank you, man. He says team lacks all fundamentals on defense. Agreed. Echo. I would echo that. Retweet, Bernard. Retweet, bro. And again, how do they lack fundamentals on defense with a defensive head coach? Get what I'm saying, man? Do you guys agree with that statement or no? Agree or disagree? Like, if you bring something to the table, right? This is your specialty. It's like, how are you bad at that thing? Unless you just don't have any talent. Do the Sixers have no defensive talent? It's hard for me to believe that. I think VJ Edgecombe is a plus defender. I think Paul George is a plus defender. I think Kelly Oubre Jr. is a plus defender. Even Joel Embiid, with his lack of mobility and leap and all that, is still a plus defender. How are you this bad defensively? And I know Joel's out tonight, but like, even Maxey has improved as a defender. VJ Edgecombe going to drive, turn and kick. Oubre, Maxey. Maxey going to kick out the VJ, the pump fake, the drive. Maxey, a deep three. It's short. Let's go. Edgecombe, the rebound, puts it up, and he is fouled. Now, again, if you're watching the Rockets, I don't know if, some of you guys watch the game, some of you just listen. The Rockets are playing great. I mean, this defense is insane. The way that the Rockets are moving around right now, and, even that play there, Maxey dished to VJ. VJ instantly dished it back to Maxey, and you saw how fast they were able to close out. That's because of their length, but I'm not even talking about the Sixers offense. I'm talking about their defense. How is your defense this bad? Sixers are now a game and a half behind Atlanta. If they lose tonight, they'll be 2 games out, and it'll pretty much close the door on any play-in possibility. So, yeah, this is a must-win game. And again, the whole thing with Joel, it's just, it's frustrating, man. Here's Kevin Durant going to find Sengun in the paint against Bona. Sengun turns and spins, has it poked away. Nice steal by the Sixers. Oubre up the floor to Maxey. Maxey to PG. He's wide open. Pulls a quick 3. Can't get it. How is Josh Okogie getting all these rebounds, bro? He's got 9 rebounds for Josh Okogie. How many rebounds does he average on the season? That's an honest question. Does he average 9 rebounds? I would guess no. Koji misses the 3. Here come the 76ers down by 23. Maxey drives and spins, lays it up, had it blocked, and the Rockets have it back again. Oubre guarded by Thompson. 13 on the shot clock. Thompson to Sengun. Here's Durant. And he was fouled by Oubre. $5 super chat, time to obligation. And by the way, thank you for becoming a channel member. Time. Hey, RB, are the Sixers going to lose the next remaining games with how this game is going? I have to ask. If they play like this on defense, yes. But I don't think they're going to play this way against the Indiana Pacers. Pacers are purposely tanking. I don't think the Pacers will try to win tomorrow. They'll still make it close, but the Pacers will throw the game as Jabari Smith misses a 3. But yeah, Sixers should beat the Pacers. And then the Bucks, I don't know. I mean, the Bucks are horrendous as well. Giannis doesn't seem like he's going to play, even though he wants to. So I think the Sixers should be able to win the next 2. But again, you never know with this team. Maxey sidestep, pulls up a 3 and drills it. Nice shot by Maxey. It is crazy though, right? It is crazy that the Sixers' only offense is Tyrese Maxey doing a sidestep 3. That's the only Sixers offense right now. It's literally Maxey ISO. Try to like sidestep and get open. Durant to Smith. Here's a Kogi again. Finds Smith. Drives, floats it up and in. Oh my gosh, bro. His defense is horrendous. Mona just did a gather step and fell to the ground and threw it away. Easy dunk on the other. Oh my gosh, yo. This is bad, man. This is bad, bruh. 3 ball from Kelly Oubre, short again. Yo, the Sixers really don't run any freaking defense, bro. Rockets getting an... dude, the Rockets are scrapping. Josh Okogie is literally diving on the floor over Paul George to try to get the ball. Oh, gosh, man. Here's Paul George guarded by Kevin Durant. Throws it away again. Rockets have it. Durant. Jabari Smith Jr. back to Kevin Durant. Steps into a 3. Off the back iron. VJ gets the board. Maxey guarded by Jabari Smith Jr. now. Maxey around a screen. Drives. Drummond kicks to Oubre. Oubre down the lane. Lays it up and in. 5:55 to go here in the third. So it is 85-63. Here is Kevin Durant, again guarded by Paul George, trying to stay on him. Drummond's in drop coverage. Bro, Drummond, how do you... Never mind, bro. I'm going to just echo what I said earlier about Andre Drummond, man. Like, just hang it up. Just hang it up, brother. By the way, VJ Edgecombe now going to the bench with 4 fouls, so... Oh, man. There's Tari Eason for 3, and it's money. Wide open. it blows my mind, guys. You would think Nick Nurse has it just goes off in his head. Like, hey, let me not do this on defense. Maxey a corner three, drills it again. Maxey's up to 5 threes on the night now. And the Sixers are still down by 22. Paul George 0 of 5 from 3 is horrendous. Barlow guarding Durant. Durant step back to, oh my gosh. You didn't have to do him like that, Durant. You did not have to do him like that. There's Tyrese Maxey. They leave him wide open. Maxey a 3, and he misses. How did you miss that one, Tyrese? They left you wide open. Durant gets the switch on Andre Drummond. It's a nightmare for Drummond. Oh, Drummond. Now they're going to double team, and Kelly kicks it high up into the air. 200 likes, man. Drop the yes sirs in the chat. Members, mods, where y'all at, man? Save me. Save me. Yes, sir. I'm pissed off, neighbors. Appendicitis. Capella drives the lane and he's fouled. Neighbors. I'm mad, man. I'm pissed. I was more numb. I was somber at the beginning of the night. But now I'm just frustrated watching this team without Joel Embiid. 4 fouls now for Kelly Oubre, 4 for VJ. Let's just foul everybody out, man. Let's just foul out the whole team. Capella going to miss the second free throw, rebounded by Andre Drummond. This team is sucking away my happiness, quarter by quarter. There's Dominic Barlow. Barlow at the top finds Tyrese Maxey. Maxey finds somehow Dominic Barlow, cutting to the rim, can't finish. Rockets have a 5-on-4. Amin Thompson drives and spins, kicks back to Shepherd. Shepherd for 3. Off the mark, out of bounds. Thank you to everybody still here in the chat, man. Get us to 300. Y'all are amazing. Couldn't do it without you guys. Paul George pump fake, drives to the rim, floats it up in the air, airballs it. Rockets the rebound, 91-66. Eason dumps it back to Durant. Durant guarded by Dominic Barlow. Barlow guarding him tightly. I like Barlow's energy, though. At least he's trying. Durant drives, puts it up against Barlow, and they call a late whistle. RB, if you know basketball, Sixers guards are too small. First off, man, I don't know why you would start your take with if you know basketball. I cover this team every day, bro. I don't know everything, but I'm just saying. Second off, there's nothing to talk about with Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. You guys understand that, right? The issue is that the max player, star center, is out. That is the issue tonight, guys. Joel Embiid is out. That is the issue. We can talk about Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. The issue is Joel Embiid being out. Justin Edwards going to find Quentin Grimes. Grimes guarded by Thompson. Here's Tyrese Maxey. Drummond sets a screen. Maxey steps back. Here's Grimes. Grimes dribbling, spins, goes up, and lays it in. Grimes finally on the board. Here's Thompson. Going to find Kevin Durant. Durant guarded by Maxey. Finds a cutting Thompson. Thompson kicks it out. Eason, corner 3, wide open, hits it again. just don't know what to say about the defense, man. I say it every game. I say it every single game, bro. There's no point for me to keep saying it. Maxey to Edwards up top. Edwards drives. Drummond now Grimes. Grimes step back, contested 2 and hits. .205 to go here in the third. Shepherd. Here's Kevin Durant. Durant guarded by Dominic Barlow. Durant broke his own ankle, fell to the ground. Here's Capella. Drives, spins against Drummond, puts it up short. Drummond the rebound, and he is fouled. No, RB, that's not the issue. That is literally the issue. Joel Embiid covers up a lot of the deficiencies of this team. The issue is that you don't have a max player on the floor. Like, that is the fact. Now, I do agree with you. They have many other issues. But the main issue is that Joel Embiid is not in. And now there's 2 games left in the season. They have no capable center. They can't rebound. They can't score on the interior. That is the main issue, guys. Simple as that. Simple as that. Mr. Scum says, should you even do a postgame? We do a postgame every game, man. That's what we do. We show up pregame, live game, postgame. Plus, I have some things to talk about with the Joel Embiid stuff that I did not get off my chest yet. So I definitely have some takes about that. I don't know if it's going to be an extensive postgame, but I have some things to say about Joel Embiid and about the team and all that in the postgame show. This whole thing is just frustrating, man, honestly. Like I said, you could not have asked for any worse timing. 2 games to go in the season. I don't know, man. It just feels like this team is cursed. It really does. Sparrow says, guys, hear me out. What if we come back? Well, that would be a pretty crazy miracle based on the way that they're playing. Chucky, what's going on, man? Welcome in. He's the most unluckiest NBA player ever. I agree. Brian Forverts Pumper. What's up, B Pump? B Pump is in the chat. Joel Embiid is not cursed. He is the curse, says B Pump. RB having a max player on the floor doesn't guarantee anything. Embiid shoots jumpers, so we don't score in the paint anyway. The best thing about Joel is you have to account for him. Yeah, exactly. You do have to account for him. He dropped 34 points the other night with appendicitis. That's a pretty damn good offensive player. It completely changes the way the defense plays you. So it absolutely is a huge impact in this game, especially when Drummond and Bona have no offensive game. Edwards, mid-range, can't get it. .125 to go here in the third. Shepherd guarded by Grimes. Here is Durant. Durant one-on-one against Barlow. He's going to shimmy, drive, pull up, can't get it. DJ Edgecombe going to find Quentin Grimes. Grimes against Shepherd. Blows by all the way. Reverse layup, not even close. Rockets have it. Here comes Tari Eason. Driving. Full head down the floor. Can't get it. Grimes up the floor to Edwards. 40 seconds to go now in quarter number 3. Edwards going to find VJ up top. Barlow going to come set a screen. VJ switches on to Shepard. He drives all the way. Wings it out to the corner, and Drummond stepped out of bounds. Nice wrap around by VJ, but Drummond was too close to the out of bounds line. And he stepped out. Shepard from deep rolls up and out. Edwards the rebound. 20 seconds to go. I like how everybody just stands around, bro. Like, do something, man. Do something. VJ for 3. Nice shot.
Let's go.
Three seconds to go. Here's Amon Thompson. Pulls up from deep. And that one is off. We have hit the end of the third quarter. Sixers down by 23 points. They lose the third quarter by 6. How do we feel, man? $5 super chat. Riaz says, RB, it feels like we're going to host a 7, 8, 9, 10 winner next Friday in a first round series. Would we even get Joel back during round 1? Probably not, based on the timetable. Everybody's different, but first off, the Sixers, if they don't even get into the 7, 8, they got to win the 9, 10 game if they're in that, or else they're done. Then they have to win another game. So they'd have to win 2 games, and I don't even know if I'm confident that they can do that, man. And even if they do that, it's hard to see Joel even coming back in the first round. So it feels like his season's over, and it's terrible. It's frustrating, and we're just tired of it, man. We are. What do you guys think, man? What do you think? Maybe we get a miracle. Maybe Joel comes back in 2 days. I don't know. I did the worst timing possible. It is the Sixers way, and it sucks. But anyway, before we get into this fourth quarter and we see if the Sixers have anything left in the tank, got to give one more shout out to our great partners over at National University. Ladies and gentlemen, got to check out NU. They are an accredited nonprofit university giving you the support to balance your life. Flexible 4, 8, and 12-week online courses that make pursuing your education achievable. They offer the most comprehensive degree and program options in the U.S. for working and non-traditional students. The vast majority of their student base are working students with an average undergrad age of 33 and graduate age of 39. With over 150 degree programs, they have all of the academic resources you need. They also offer mental health counseling. They offer a peer navigator network. That way you can stay locked in and feel supported in your academic journey. As a veteran-founded university, they awarded $55 million in scholarships and tuition reductions last year. They are offering the Believe and Succeed scholarship right now, so check that out. You can get up to $6,000 towards your next bachelor's or master's degree if you are accepted. Shout out to National University, man. Great partner of Philly Take with RB the last couple of years, partner of our trivia question as well. Let them help you get empowered to balance work, life, family, and school, and get your customized education plan. Get more info today by clicking the link down in the description or go to nationaluniversity.com. Thank you to them for partnering with the show. Make sure you check out all their online program offerings coming up. Let's see if the Sixers have anything left in the tank here in the final quarter. Maybe Maxey won't even play in this quarter. I don't know. Jabari Smith Jr. off balance. Can't get it to go. Drummond the rebound. Sixers down 96-73. They surely have not put the ball on the floor well tonight. Can't really score much at all. But on top of that, their defense has been horrendous. Grimes going to the line for 2 after picking up the foul. They are intentionally sitting Embiid. I don't believe there's another injury. I mean, I don't think it's an injury. I think he just has appendicitis. I think it's just, again, the worst possible timing. And, you know, they said he got rushed to the hospital and had surgery. So who knows? Confidence is at an all-time low. I would still like to see us get in the playoffs. We aren't going to get a top 4 pick likely if we get in the lottery. That's true. It's true. Thunder are going to get our pick. So, yeah, there's no really good win scenario right now, it feels like. And it's just a disaster, man. It is. Really is. Sengun at the top, guarded by Drummond. Here's Amon Thompson, Jabari Smith Jr. in the corner for three. It's money. And you know what's crazy? I said this right after the deadline. A lot of people didn't agree with me, but I said if you were going to duck the tax anyway and trade McCain, you probably should have just traded Embiid and Paul George at the deadline while their value were high, while they were playing well. I mean, PG was suspended, so I guess you couldn't, but as Grimes knocks down the step back, I feel like you should have traded Joel at the deadline if you were going to duck the tax and not really give a crap about helping the roster out. So, I'm just being honest, man. But now you held on to Joel. He has a 3-year extension that begins at the end of the season. And, yeah, it's just, I don't know how you get out of it. I don't know how you get out of it. Rockets lead it by 23 points. Here's Sengun. He's going to dribble, drive into the paint, had it poked away. VJ gets it back. Now the Rockets steal it back. Now the Sixers get it back. Grimes has it. Grimes is going to run it up the floor. He finds Edwards. Edwards for three. It's off. Yo, Grimes' other representation that he had really screwed him with a contract. Sengun, the high-arcing float, can't get it to fall. I feel like Grimes is going to get the mid-level exception from some team. Like, I don't even think Grimes is good enough to get a 3-year deal anymore. His agent screwed him up. Grimes misses the jump shot. Rockets have it, but a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Aaron Holiday. So Drummond was fouled. VJ at the top now, guarded by Thompson, finds Drummond. Now VJ going to dribble in. VJ turning and spinning, finds Drummond. Now VJ. VJ, 2 on the shot clock, steps back. Deep 3. VJ got it off the bounce. What a shot. Foot might have been on the line, though. Yeah, I think his foot was on the line, but what a shot by VJ Edgecombe. Even with the down points of this season, one of the positives has been VJ Edgecombe and his potential and his ability and everything he's shown here in year 1. Thompson right to the rim. Sixers can't stop a nosebleed right now. Sixers can't stop anything. Here's Drummond wide open. They're not even guarding him. Oh, nice find by Drummond to Grimes. Cutting to the rim. Grimes lays it up and in. 21-point game now. Like I said, Grimes is like an empty stat warrior, man. He goes off against bad teams in garbage time. That's what Grimes does. Grimes pokes it away again. Flies down the floor, slams it down. Timeout, Ime Udoka. 19-point game. Grimes is starting to get going, even though it's a lot of garbage time. He's got 16 off the bench in 18 minutes. Boy, oh boy. Well, let's take a check-in over on the rest of the NBA. We have the Raptors who beat the Miami Heat officially. They're in the 5 seed, I believe, right? Raptors and Hawks are tied in the 5 seed right now. I don't know who holds the tiebreaker. I'm guessing the Raptors do. We have the Pacers beat the Brooklyn Nets tonight. Hopefully that doesn't give them any momentum going into tomorrow, even though it doesn't really matter now for Philly. Chicago beat the Washington Wizards. And the New York Knicks beat the Boston Celtics, which prevented them from being the official 2 seed. So, yeah. Yeah, and if the Sixers can't even get in the 8 seed, right? Like if they lose tonight, they're tied with Charlotte. If the Sixers can't even get in the 8 seed, like if they fall to the 9 or 10 seed, I guess 10 is probably out of the equation, but the 9 seed is possible. Then you have to win 2 games. If you're the 9 seed, you have to win 2 games to get into the playoffs. I mean, that is just hard to do, man. Especially if you're the Sixers without Joel Embiid. That means you'd probably have to beat Miami and then Charlotte. I don't know if you can do that. That last Charlotte game a week and a half ago, that was like the Sixers championship at this point. I remember when we were 4 games in, I felt on top of the world. Remember that? I do, man. That was phase 1 of the season. Those first 8 games, that was phase 1. That was awesome. I do miss that. I won't miss Grimes when he signs 3 or 30 with Sacramento. I could see that happening, 100%. RB, you're the only reason I watch them. Appreciate it, man. Listen, man, I know a lot of you guys may not even be Philly fans, or maybe you are and you're just tapping in for the community. I appreciate that. Guys, in the playoffs, and I'm probably going to stream, what do we have, 4 play-in games off the rip? I'll probably stream 2 of the play-in games next week. One of them will probably be the Sixers, but we're going to be streaming a ton of playoff games, so I'm looking forward to it. Make sure you guys follow us on all socials too, man. We're putting out a ton of content on other platforms as well. Cater to the NBA too. Amin Thompson just fell into the stands. Got back up, helped by a fan. It's 19 points the lead. You can almost see it in the Sixers' face, you know? You can almost see like their body language. They just look so demoralized right now. They probably know, man. They're like, yo, no Joel Embiid. What's the point, you know? Shepherd finds Thompson. Shepherd to the corner, wide open 3 again. Luckily, the Rockets miss it. I don't know why the Sixers keep doing that BS, bro. Been trying to figure it out all season. Edwards crossover, floater, got it to fall. Nice bucket by Edwards. At least Edwards is showing some scrappiness. Sixers full court press. Rockets have it. Eason turns and spins, kicks to the corner. Jabari Smith Jr. guarded by Barlow, now Sengun. Thompson around the screen, through 2 defenders, poked away. Sixers have it, up the floor. Drummond throws it away. Drummond, you stink, man. And then he just shoved Amin Thompson. And Drummond's banging on his chest like, yo, my bad, bro. Yeah, obviously it was your bad. Like, what? He tried to throw the ball down the floor into the teeth of the defense. Dude, this Andre Drummond blows my mind, man. He really does. The Drummond experience is just insane. Shepherd drives, lays it up, misses it. Barlow finds Grimes. Grimes steps back, drives to the rim, goes up, misses it. Barlow the putback. Sixers have made it a 15-point game. Houston Rockets, see, this is what the Rockets have done sometimes this season. They get caught lacking, and then, you know, they're just playing stupid. That's what the Rockets are doing right now. Here's Sengun on the pick and roll, floats it up. Sixers steal it away again. Drummond couldn't track it down, though. It went out of bounds. See, the Rockets are doing the Rockets thing this year where they just, like, go brain dead for, like, a quarter. Let's see if they actually wake up, though. I mean, if the Sixers could cut it to 10, I would feel a little bit better. Here's Reed Shepherd, going to drive to the lane, floats it up, Drummond the rebound. Sixers have it now. They're on an 8-0 run in the last 2 minutes. VJ going to turn. Grimes wide open for 3. Misses it. Oh, Grimes. Refs called out on VJ Edgecombe. VJ's arguing. BJ's fighting. Nurse is losing his mind. Yo, it's like... I don't know how to describe it. Like, Nick Nurse has been sitting down the entire game, not showing any expression at all. Like, Grimes drives and is fouled. It's like Nick Nurse hasn't shown an ounce of expression all game. And then the Sixers bring it down to 15, and Nurse is over there on the bench like, he's like losing his mind. Like, they're like, review the play. And Nurse is like, he's like going crazy. Like, I don't know, man. I don't understand it, man. I don't. He's like, I don't want to say it, man. He's just going crazy. He's going crazy. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, how do you not show any energy the entire game until they cut it to 15 points? And you jump out of your chair like you're doing something crazy. Like, come on, man. So the Sixers made the free throws. Drummond pokes it away. They're going to say out on Drummond. Now Nurse is clapping at the referee. Nurse wants a challenge. Nurse is fired up now. He ran out on the floor. He said, review. Now the question is, do you put back in the starters that sucked, or do you keep in the bench that got you this run? Because now they've cut it down from 23 to 13. They've cut it down to 13. Sixers love these fake comebacks, man. They really do. Oh, man. Oh, man. Guys, once again, if you have not yet, please hit the like button. 380 in the chat. Get us to 300 likes. We will stick around for the post-game show as well. I want to talk a little bit more about Joel Embiid and everything else, man. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and welcome to the family. Thank you for being here, man. Shout out to our great partners over at National University. Shout out to Prize Picks. Definitely check them out, man. And shout out to the members, man, for real. Sixers are on the verge of a fake comeback. They are down 13. They have outscored the Rockets 15-5 here to begin the fourth quarter. Can they do it, ladies and gentlemen? Can they do it? Sixers won the challenge. They get the ball back. VJ drives, steps back, can't get the bounce. 6:15 to go. Sixers down by 13. Here's Amon Thompson against Quentin Grimes. Going to find Durant. Durant, almost crossed up Barlow. Here's a kick out to the corner. Smith for three. It's short. Sixers the rebound. So they're going to keep in the backups that got them this lead cut back. Drummond wide open for a dunk. It is an 11-point game, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Can they do it? Rockets haven't scored in 4 minutes. Thompson to Durant. Told y'all, this is what the Rockets have done. This is why I'm not confident in them at all. Jabari Smith going to find Tari Eason for three. It's short. Rebounded by Thompson. Blocked by Barlow. Sixers have it again. 5:20 to go. Grimes, crossover, drive, spin. He's fouled. Let's go. Q. Q. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. No spoilers, no spamming in the chat. Mods, hold it down for us. Here's VJ going to find Drummond. Drummond to VJ. VJ guarded by Jabari Smith. Here is Quentin Grimes. Grimes going to drive in the paint. Floats it up. Got it again. Quentin Grimes.
He's on fire.
Yeah. Okay, Q. It is now a 9-point game. It is single digits. Can they do it? Thompson against Edwards and the half-court line. Stolen away. Barlow. Edwards. Barlow. Misses it. Edwards taps it in. It's a 7-point game. What? What? Bruh. Bruh. The Houston Rockets. I got to give credit to the Sixers backups. I got to give credit where credit is due. It was a 28-point game like 7 minutes ago. And now it is a 7-point game. 28-7. That's a 21-point turnaround. The fake comebacks are just epic with this team, man. Let's go. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'm not going to get too hyped because, again, I don't feel like... I mean, again, credit to the backups. This is a fake comeback, okay? If they take the lead, then I'm all on board. They take the lead, I'm on board. But we shall see. No spoiling in the chat, no spamming, or else we're going to have to time you out. All right, here we go. 4:40 to play. Somehow it is a 7-point ball game. Rockets wide open. Here's Kevin Durant, corner three, and there he goes. Yeah. Okay. So they just leave Durant wide open in the corner. That's smart. 10-point lead now for the Rockets. VJ going to find Grimes. They're going to roll with the backups here, try to see what they can do. Here's Grimes, going to pull up, top of the arc, short. Ay, man. Don't leave that open three. 4:10 to go. Thompson to Durant. Durant up top. Coming around a screen. Durant guarded by Barlow. Durant working, gets doubled. Wide open corner three. Why are you doubling? Edward, that's a terrible play, man. The fake comeback is epic, man. VJ step back three. Short again. All right, man. Well, the excitement was fun. But yeah. Durant again. Kicks. Wide open corner three. Can't knock it down that time, no. Yeah. What happened to Tyrese Maxey? Nurse is just leaving in the backups. That's what happened. Backups got you from 28 to 7, and Nurse is not going back to Maxey and Paul George. That's pretty much what happened. Well, here comes Maxey back in now with 3 minutes to go, but too little, too late. Too little, too late. I just don't understand how out of a timeout you get outcoached like that. I mean, they had 2 wide open threes. It was fun while it lasted, though. Drummond going to miss the second free throw. He goes 1 of 2 at the stripe. 3:20 to go in this game. 12-point ball game. Here's Kevin Durant guarded by VJ. Now they're going to double again. You're going to leave a wide open 3-point shooter. Luckily, they missed the 3, but they get their own rebound. Here's another wide open 3. VJ pokes it away from KD. Up the floor to Maxey. Flies to the rim. Lays it up. In and 1. He's fouled. Yes, sir. Drop the ones. Tyrese Maxey and 1. That was a nice defensive play by VJ. Led to a Maxey full court layup and fouled by Jabari Smith Jr. And Maxey going to knock down at the line. So it is back to a 9-point game. 3:05 to play. Durant guarded by Barlow. Here comes another double. You're going to leave a wide open shooter. Don't do this. Here's Thompson inside. Kicks out to Sengun. Now Durant. Durant blows by, kicks to the corner. Smith for 3. It's off the mark. Sixers have it. 2:40 to play. VJ flying up the floor. He turns and kicks. You got to shoot a 3, man. Grimes against Smith. Here goes Grimes one-on-one. He steps back. Mid-range shot. It misses. No play whatsoever. No design play or nothing. Barlow fouls Sengun. Why would you do that? I don't get that at all. Sixers are in the bonus, by the way. Rockets are about to be in the bonus. So it is 107-98. 2:20 to go. Here is Thompson downhill. He drives. He steps back. Mid-range shot is short. Maxey comes up with the board. Got to push the pace. Need a bucket. Need a stop. Maxey to Grimes. Now Maxey around a screen. Maxey going to step back, find VJ. VJ on the baseline. Goes up through traffic and finishes.
He's on fire.
VJ Edgecombe with a nice bucket. 7-point game with 2 to play. We need a stop. Durant downhill and fouled by Barlow. Just couldn't do anything about it. Couldn't do anything about that. 4 personals now on Barlow, 4 on Oubre, 4 on VJ. Yeah. Yeah, he just can't stop Kevin Durant, man. But he does miss the first free throw. He does miss the first. 470 in the chat. Thank y'all for being here, man. Sixers Game Day Live Show brought to you by National University, powered by the Prize Picks app. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Durant gonna miss both. He missed both. Let's go, Sixers. Let's go. Let's go. We need a 3. Maxey at the top. VJ guarded by Kevin Durant. Let's go, VJ. Come on, VJ. Clutch, man. VJ, step back. Got it. It is a 5-point game. It is a 5-point game. VJ's got 21 and 8. Durant guarded by Barlow. You might have to double, honestly. Durant's too good. Get it out of his hands. Sengun. He drives. Kicks to Durant. He's wide open! Y'all just let Kevin Durant, of all people, bro, if you're going to double team, you double Durant. Bro, I feel like I'm coaching 4th grade basketball, bro. Anybody but Durant. Bro, Sengun cannot shoot. Thompson cannot shoot. That right there, guys, is the epitome of why this team will not win anything, bro. I don't care who's on the floor. I don't care about the talent. I don't care about this or that or that. It's just IQ at this point, man. You bring it back to a 5-point game, and out of everybody on the floor, 2 guys that can't shoot, you leave Kevin Durant, one of the best shooters of all time, wide open for 3, man. Y'all crash the lane and leave Durant open, bro. The Rockets have scored 14 points in the 4th quarter, and they're going to win this game. Dear Lord, man. 110-102. Here's Maxey, drives, turns, kicks. Grimes going all the way. Reverse layup. Not even close. Not even close, man. Sixers steal it away, and they get the ball back with a minute to go. Guys, no spoilers, no spamming in the chat, please. Thank you. Shout out to everybody being here. 500 in the chat. Hit the thumbs up button right now if you think that was the worst defense you've ever seen. Here's VJ, falls to the ground, tries to get back up. He's getting tossed around. Here's Justin Edwards with the ball, floats it up, misses it. VJ smacks it out, and it's Rockets ball. Nurse is complaining. I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it, Nurse. Complain at your freaking defense for leaving Durant wide open. I don't want to hear it. Sixers trap the inbounds. Durant's wide open. Sengun drives, turns, hooks it up. I don't know why the Rockets shot that. That was idiotic. Sixers get it back. VJ, he checked for 3, short. Yeah, it's over. Well, it was nice while it lasted, I guess. Fake comeback. Where's all the people earlier this season that were coming into the chat and were like, RB, you're so freaking negative, man. You're so negative, man. Funny how they evaporate. See, the difference between me is I tell the good and the bad. I tell the ups and the downs. I'm here all season long. Grimes at the top, working against Eason. Turns and spins, drives the lane. Terrible shot by Grimes. Not even close. That's going to do it. Maybe this team is just very unsmart basketball players. Maybe this team just doesn't understand basketball. So that is going to wind it out. The Rockets win it 113-102. The Rockets score 17 points in the 4th quarter. Sixers went on a 15-5 run, a 22-6 run. Brought it down to 5. Just to leave Kevin Durant wide open. So anyway. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, that is game 80 in the books. Joel Embiid probably out for the rest of the season. Terrible timing. Maxey 2 shot attempts in the fourth quarter. Barely played though because he just came back in. Yeah. That's where we're at, guys. Hate to be like this, but just sucks, man. Sucks. Grimes 11 points in the fourth, but he goes 4 of 11. 2 ridiculous up and unders. Once again, guys and girls, I want to thank you all for being here for the Sixers Game Day Live show. We're hanging in there. We're doing our best. We have a couple games left tomorrow night against Indiana and then against Milwaukee to end the season. Are both of those games away? Let's see. No, the Indiana one is away tomorrow. So the Sixers will get on a jet tonight. They will travel to Indiana. And then they will return home for the season finale on Sunday evening. But the Sixers are now tied with the Charlotte Hornets. They will retain the 8th seed, but they will be tied with Charlotte. And yeah. Guys, we will talk about all this on the post-game show. I got a few things more that I want to say, more than just this game, about Joel Embiid, about the state of the Sixers, where the team is at. And just, we'll just kind of vent. We'll just let it out a little bit. So if you've been waiting all day and you're just tuning in now to the post-game show and you're like, I can't wait to get my frustrations out, well, now is the time. So we will set it all up. We will take it over to the post-game. And, yeah, man, this sucks. This really does suck, man. This sucks. All right, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Don't go anywhere. Post game coming up in a few minutes. We'll set some things up and then we'll be back. Sixer Game Day Live, Philly Take with RB. Post game show coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Hold on, let me fix my thing real quick. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boy, oh boy. Welcome in 76ers post-game live show presented by Prize Picks right here on Philly Take with RB. It is April 9th, first end of a back-to-back. Sixers lose to the Rockets. They fall to 43-37 on the campaign. 2 games to go. And my gosh, man. You want to talk about a bad day in Philly sports. We come on here and we're like, okay, biggest game of the season. The Sixers, have to win this game. It's a big battle. It's a tough test. And not only do they lose to the Houston Rockets, we'll talk about how the game went down, but this afternoon, Joel Embiid gets rushed to the hospital with appendicitis and is probably, or most likely, done for the season. Just an absolute tragedy in terms of timing. And it just kind of follows suit with the 76ers experience. Now, I have a few things that I haven't talked about all night. We did go through the pregame and the live game stuff, and we talked about Joel. There's a few stats and a few other things that I want to talk about. And I just want to kind of put everything into perspective as we now sit here with 2 games to go in the regular season. And I want to hear from y'all, man. A big part of this community, a big part of this show, why I love doing this is, one, we get to bring people together from all over, people that may not be able to connect with their own fan base and, kind of feel isolate. So we get to bring a lot of people together, but also I love hearing people's takes and opinions. So let me know, Sixer Nation, as we've struggled a long time now. How do you feel about Joel Embiid, about this situation, about where the 76ers are at? Because let me tell you something, man. There's no way to sugarcoat this. Things are not good, man. Things are not good. So we will break it all down, man. I will read out some of the comments later on. But ladies and gentlemen, look, man. We can talk about this game. The 76ers fall to the Houston Rockets in a must-win game. They now are tied with the Hornets for 8th, and there's a good chance they could fall down to number 9. And I didn't think the Sixers were going to win, but they make a little fake comeback in the fourth quarter, and they bring it to within 5, from 28 down to 5, just to epitomize their biggest issue, and that is the lack of defense and just the defensive lapses that we've seen all season. They leave Kevin Durant, of all people, wide open for essentially the game-sealing 3. But honestly, that is nowhere near the biggest concern. Because on a random Thursday, 2 games to go in the season, Joel Embiid is rushed to the hospital with appendicitis. And honestly, I hope he's doing well. I know he has to be affected more than anybody. I feel so awful. I feel numb for Joel Embiid. And I hope he is doing okay. But on top of that, man, this is just the absolute worst timing. This is the Sixers experience. And Joel Embiid is the unluckiest athlete that we have ever seen. This dude has tried to battle through everything. And honestly, I don't want to hear that Joel Embiid is soft or he doesn't put it all on the line. This dude has taught me more medical knowledge than I ever learned in any type of schooling. I mean, this guy has tried to play through gastroenteritis, Bell's palsy. He now has appendicitis. He had an orbital fracture. He's played through every knee injury that you could think of. He got kneed in the side. He had a strained oblique, and he has tried to battle through all of it and has constantly come back to try to put it all out there on the floor. His body is just revolting at this point. And on top of that, there was a tweet that I saw earlier today that kind of sums it up for me, man. Joel Embiid only missed 2 out of 12 games with the orbital fracture and concussion in 2022. He only missed 2 games back in 2018 with the orbital fracture. He's had multiple orbital fractures. He missed 0 games with knee tendonitis. He missed 1 game, played through a torn meniscus. He played through Bell's palsy, didn't miss a damn game, and a knee injury against the New York Knicks in the playoffs. And he played through gastroenteritis. This guy has put it all on the line, man. So I don't want to hear that he hasn't tried to do that. Now, the unfortunate part is that according to some of these recent NBA appendectomies, the approximate timeline is anywhere from, let's say, 18 to 23 days. That's usually the time that's lost when you consider all of these injuries together. The 76ers are going to be in a play-in game in about 5 to 6 days. So even if they win 1 or maybe have to win 2 play-in games to get to the first round of the playoffs, it's very likely that Joel Embiid would not even be able to play in the first round till maybe the end if it went 6 or 7 games. And I just do not feel confident whatsoever that this Sixers team can hold up without Joel Embiid. So when we think about everything from a grand scheme, this is just once again the curse of the 76ers franchise. I mean, think about how chaotic this season has been, all the ups and downs, just to get to this point, to game 80, for them to take us out by the feet and pretty much take Joel out for the rest of the year. It is unfathomable what this Sixers fan base has had to go through. It is so tiring, man. It is so ridiculous. Again, I hope Joel Embiid is okay. I really do. His health comes first. And honestly, and I haven't said this all night, but I'm going to speak to you directly right now, Joel. Let's be for real, man. You are a 30-year-old man with a young kid and a lot of time left, man. Trust me, RB and this Philly Take Nation, the real ones, we know what prime Embiid looks like, man. We know peak Embiid. We know how special that was, man. And you worked your butt off to get back to peak Embiid. You battled through that knee injury for 2 years and got back to the pinnacle, man. The month of January was the most fun I've had in 2 years watching this team. And then you miss a month, and then you come back and do it again. You drop 34-12 through appendicitis. Nobody can deny the greatness of Joel Embiid. If you're still doing that, you're either a hater or you don't actually watch Joel Embiid. The talent is there. But for us, it's no longer about the talent, man. It is the dark cloud that has surfaced over Joel and the franchise. I will never forget how special peak Embiid is, averaging 40 points a game in a month. Are you kidding me? Averaging more points than minutes, points per minute in NBA history. Are you kidding me? Joel Embiid is one of the greatest talents we've ever seen. But at some point, Joel, you got to really evaluate this stuff, man. Is this worth it for you? Is it? Is it worth it to keep going through this, man? I'm being honest, man. Like, is it really worth it? Now, again, from the financial perspective, the only thing that the Sixers can even do is wait it out, or Joel Embiid has to retire. That's the only way. That's the only way. Joel Embiid has a 3-year extension that does not start until the end of this season. Joel Embiid has a 3-year extension that does not kick in until the end of the season. Paul George has 2 years left on a contract. And if you wait those out, then you're running up the contracts of Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe on his rookie deal. And then you're going to have to pay those guys even more money. So you're really in a stuck scenario here. And the only way to get out of it is a medical retirement. I'm just being honest, man. I'm being honest. Joel Embiid. Again, I'm going to say this one more time. Is it worth it, man? Is it worth putting your body through this every year? Is it worth having to go through this? I mean, I feel so bad for Joel Embiid. There's just, like I said in my video earlier today, what else can I say? What else can I even say about it? Some recent NBA appendectomies. Channing Frye missed from February 17th to March 26th in 2017. OG Anunoby in 2019. Surgery on April 11th, returned on June 2nd. Did not play. Nikola Mirotic in 2016. Surgery on January 27th, returned on March 5th. So it seems like we're looking at about a month of a timeline. And unfortunately, that would mean that Joel Embiid's season is over. I don't see any way that the Sixers can make it past the first round, let alone the second. Now, I saw another update here from David Chow, who does a lot of football injury stuff. He says, assuming diagnosis was made before rupture, laparoscopic appendectomy can return quickly. 2-week timeline is reasonable. I don't know about that. Here's my other question, which I have not brought up tonight at all. How can the 76ers medical staff not detect this earlier on? I'm not an expert in appendectomies, okay? I know people that have had appendicitis. Haven't had a chance to talk to any of them today. But if Joel Embiid had an illness against the Miami Heat last week, this has been going on for 2 weeks. He then did not play on Wednesday against the Wizards. He then got mad at the medical staff for not letting him play and then threw a shot at Daryl Morey. Then he came back and played on Friday. Then he didn't play on Saturday because of the back-to-back. And then he played on Monday night and he cooked the San Antonio Spurs for 34-12, even though the Sixers lost. So he did all this through the illness, which was probably very dangerous. And that just goes to show me everything I need to know about the Sixers medical staff. Did you guys get scared of what Joel Embiid said? And you played right into it? Joel Embiid said, yeah, those guys won't let me play. And you guys took your foot off the gas pedal and said, all right, Joe, go ahead. That's pretty dangerous, don't you think? I mean, I don't want to get into the blame game here, man. I don't. But I'm just saying. How do you let him play through this? And then Joel Embiid wakes up today in severe pain, gets rushed to the hospital into emergency surgery to get his appendix removed. This is like when people come into my comment section on all platforms or they DM me and they're like, you're negative, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're talking about, you just want to downplay this team. I literally had a Sixers player comment a few weeks ago and say, I'm not showing the team enough love. This is the experience we have to go through, man. You think I want to be frustrated? You think any of us want to have to go through this with this team? You want to talk about an emotional roller coaster, bro? This is insane. And it is the worst timing possible. 2 games left in the season. You can't get anybody else. You can't go out there and sign anybody. You can't pick anybody up off the street. Essentially, you're screwed. But you know what, man? That is kind of where we have been at for a while. That's where we've been at, honestly. And I go back to the All-Star break when the team ducked the tax. They traded Jared McCain. I told you all it was an idiotic move. It still is an idiotic move. But if you were going to duck the tax again, and you were going to ignore Joel Embiid, why didn't you just trade him at the trade deadline? You could have traded Joel Embiid while his value was sky high, while the Sixers went insane during the month of January. They had won like 16 out of 20 games or whatever they did. They were nuts. You couldn't trade Paul George because he was suspended. But why didn't you trade Joel at the deadline if you were going to just duck the tax and not improve the team? So honestly, man, to bring this full circle, this conversation, I feel like this is karma to the Sixers ownership group for what they did at the trade deadline and what they have done over the years, which is not prioritize winning at the top. Maybe Joel Embiid has to be the sacrifice for that. I don't know. But this is karma for what the 76ers did. That's the only explanation I have. Maybe it's karma for the process. Maybe it's karma for, the years of tanking. I don't know. I don't know, man. But this is just sad. And again, anybody that wants to say Joel is not tough or strong or wants to push through it, of course he does. He literally said that last week. But there's just nothing else we can do at this point, and his body is not going to hold up. And now you have a 3-year extension, by the way, which is looking very bleak. Now, relaying this to the game tonight, guys, the 76ers don't have another capable center. That is my main point of this ballgame. If we look at the final tallies, all right, I know the rebounding numbers were close. Five rebound difference, 52-47. It is not about the numbers. It is about the eye test. Every rebound that the Rockets got in this game was so vital and essential and important. 22-13 points off of turnovers. They beat them in the fast break. They beat them on the Rockets just put you in hell tonight. And it was like the perfect opponent for you to see how bad you are cooked at center. The Rockets are the number 1 team in rebounding in the NBA. They absolutely destroyed you tonight. I don't care what the numbers say. I watched it. I called it live. And the Sixers turned the ball over a lot. Every time they turned it over, the Rockets, who have a pretty good defense, were down the floor in 2 seconds. Transition. The Houston Rockets play with size and length and athleticism, and the Sixers were trying to play with speed tonight. And it did not work. The Houston Rockets were just so physical. It was one of the best defenses I've seen. Now, going back to the pregame show, the reason I don't believe in the Houston Rockets is because they have these lapses offensively. They've done it all year. They're one of the most talented teams in the NBA. But like you saw in the fourth quarter, the lead suddenly evaporates from 28 down to 5. How did that happen? I don't know. They go into like brain dead mode for quarters at a time. And the Sixers, with their backups in, by the way, with Quentin Grimes and Justin Edwards and Andre Drummond, were actually battling back in this game and were making it close. That's why I don't trust the Rockets. But their defense is impeccable because every one of their starters is 6'6" and up. But there's no excuse, no matter who is on the floor. I know Bona is not capable. He has not taken the step they needed this year. Andre Drummond needs to retire. How many times did I watch Drummond tonight in the paint, literally stand and watch a rebound? But again, it's nothing new. I've seen it all year. Drummond either looks like the best rebounder of all time, as he claims to be, or the worst center in the world. There's no in between. And you know from the jump what he's going to look like. Bona and Drummond were so out of sync tonight. It was insane. I said this during the live game show, but Andre Drummond has a pretty good legacy, man. Like those early days, Detroit, monster rebounder, all-star Drummond. Don't tarnish your legacy, man. You need to hang it up. Because this version, very, I'll say transformative version of Andre in the year 2026 where he can't make anything under the rim, but he's like some, decent three-point shooter and he like some flimsy big now. Like, it's just not Andre Drummond. He needs to retire. But anyway, the Sixers don't have any other good centers. So they got cooked all night. And there's no excuse to get cooked on the boards by Josh Okogie. How many rebounds does Josh Okogie average? 2.5. How do you get worked by Josh Okogie? He averages 2.5 rebounds a game. This dude had 11 rebounds. He's 6'4" listed as. No way. Alperen Sengun had 12 boards, but Okogie with 11, he was just feasting. He was, grinding his way into the paint. He was just roughing up the Sixers, diving on the floor over Paul George. Had so much more effort. That comes back to the point, which I don't want to harp on too much because I didn't expect them to win this game, but Nick Nurse, man, for a guy that's supposed to be coined as a defensive head coach, this team has had too many games this season where they come out with a huge defensive lapse. The thing where they double the ball and leave guys wide open will continue to blow my mind. They do it every game all season. They do it in the worst time of the game, and they crash the lane this time. They leave Kevin Durant wide open. But there was a point earlier in the fourth where the Sixers, I believe, cut it down to 6 or 7. They come out of a timeout, and Nurse gets completely outcoached right away. 2 straight possessions with wide open threes for the Rockets because they keep doing this double crap. You have Edwards who slides up from the corner to the wing, and you leave a guy wide open. NBA players are going to hit wide open shots. So I don't understand why they still do that. Nick Nurse has not made any adjustments. You would think at this point in the season, something would go off like a trigger in the brain, like, oh, wait, I got to actually change something. But I look at Nick Nurse and I look at the body language tonight, and I thought that they were just mentally checked out. These guys looked like they knew Joel went out, and they're like, yeah, we're done. We're done. Nick Nurse was literally sitting on the bench all game, and then when the Sixers cut it from 28 to 15, and VJ tried to save the ball from going out of bounds, Nurse jumps up off the bench like he's on fire. He's like running around. Oh my God. Nurse, where was that energy all game? Where was that energy when you were getting carved up on defense? The Sixers go on a 15-5 run to begin the fourth. Then they go on a 22-6 run. That's the first time that Nurse showed any source of life in this game and got off the bench. And they do this every single time. So for a guy that is supposed to have a defensive mindset, Sixers just don't have the fundamentals or the energy on the defensive end. Simple as that. Now, what else? Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese had 15 in the second quarter after having 0 in the first. He got taken out of this game. 1 by the Rockets defense and 2 by Nick Nurse. And they did not bring Maxey or PG back in late. I'll be honest, Maxey struggled. I think it was a combination of one, or mostly it was the Rockets defense with guys that are 6'7" with 7-foot wingspans right in Maxey's grill. That was why he struggled, because it's hard for him to go up against these lengthier defenders. We've said that for a while. But the other part of it is the Sixers don't run any plays on offense. The Sixers don't run an offense. I didn't see one play until the fourth quarter of this game where they actually had a set on offense. Doesn't happen. In the second quarter, Maxey had, I believe, 5 threes in the second quarter, but all of the Sixers offense was coming from Maxey sidestep threes and VJ Edgecombe threes in transition. That's what it was coming from. Because the Sixers don't run an offense. So the other part of it is, the Sixers are not designed to succeed. And the third part of it is that Joel Embiid is not on the floor. That is the biggest issue. When Joel is not on the floor, a guy that can drop 34 through appendicitis, the defense is going to play you entirely different. Alperen Sengun, as good of a young player as he is, can't even shine Joel Embiid's shoes. You remember the last time they played a couple months ago? Sixers win in overtime. Joel posts a picture of him looking back at Sengun. He left him in the dust. He can't stop Joel Embiid. So when you take Joel Embiid off the floor, it's a completely different ballgame. And from the jump, the Rockets' game plan was to swarm Tyrese Maxey and VJ Edgecombe. And they kept shading two defenders, and the Sixers had no answer for it. That's what happened. It's pretty wild how Kelly Oubre had 11 points or 10 points in the first couple minutes. They entirely went away from him. I don't understand that. 7 of 10 from the field for Kelly, 3 steals and a block. He barely even played in the second half. The Sixers just constantly do things that make you think, what in the world is going on inside that locker room? I'm talking about like easy decisions. I'm talking about just easy, like, I don't understand, like just easy things. Easy things that are not hard to decipher or decide or break down. It doesn't make sense. The Sixers played Jabari Walker for 4 minutes tonight. We haven't seen him in weeks. We don't even see Trendon Watford anymore. He's so bad. But we haven't seen Walker in weeks. You give him 4 minutes, then you pull the plug on him. Justin Edwards played 13 minutes. He plays one game, doesn't play the next. And Dominic Barlow played 27 minutes, had 2 points and 8 rebounds and 4 blocks and 2 steals. I thought he gave his all against KD. He just can't stop KD. Kevin Durant is one of the most gifted scorers of all time. 29 for KD tonight. It was effortless. It was seamless. And yeah, you just can't stop him. And if you're going to double team somebody, it should be Kevin Durant. Not leaving him wide open with the game on the line. And Quentin Grimes had 20 points. I will give Grimes credit. He did have 11 in the fourth, but he went 4 of 11 in that fourth quarter. And he had an up and under couple sequence there where he just went bonkers like Grimes usually does. He was terrible the whole game. He heated up in the fourth quarter. Essentially, let's be honest, it was garbage time. Then they started to cut the lead back. But that's who Grimes is, and I just think we know who Grimes is at this point. We know who Grimes is. So, yeah. I did not expect the Sixers to win this game tonight. The Rockets shot the ball pretty well, at least for the first half they did. And I don't think I have much else to say about this game. But, ladies and gentlemen, who is your player of the game? Who would you give player of the game to tonight? And why? Player of the game for me is easy. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant got any bucket he wanted to tonight, anywhere he wanted. Like I said, 29 points, 10 of 18, 3 of 6 from 3, 7 boards, 5 assists. I mean, Kevin Durant can probably take them to the second round. I don't think they're beating the Spurs, the Thunder, or maybe even the Nuggets. Their defensive versatility is pretty impressive. But like they did in that fourth quarter, they're very interesting as an offense. And I don't think they have enough, especially with Fred VanVleet not being there. So in my opinion, KD's got to get the player of the game. Maybe if Josh Okogie scored a little more, he could have had it because of his crazy rebounding, which guy averages 2.5 rebounds, comes out with 11 tonight. Just insane. Let's see. KD, bunch of KDs. Joel Embiid. KD. RB, you are our player of the game. Thank you, Busy and Dom. Let's go. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all are the players of the game for sticking in here with me and enjoying this and breaking it down and trying our best to just needle our way through. Just brutal timing at the end of it, man. I'm sure some of the players are probably going to comment on Joel, so we're going to take a look at that on the other side. And I want to hear from you, man. This is our time to open up the floor. I'm going to give y'all the microphone, give you the platform. I'm going to read out some of your comments in the chat. How do you feel about this Sixers season? If this truly is the last of Joel Embiid for this season, how do we feel? Do the Sixers have any shot in the play-in without Joel? What do they do going forward? How do we resolve this? Like, what's next? I just feel numb. I feel numb about this team. So I want to read out some comments, and I want to hear from you guys in the chat. Now, before I read out some of your comments, got to give a huge shout out to the partners of the show over at Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, download the Prize Picks app. The playoffs literally start next week. We know this is where stars are made and every play counts. There's no better way to cash in if you're right on the high-flying hoops action than with Prize Picks, America's #1 sports picks app. Every bucket, every dime, every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. You can build lineups with multiple sports in the same entry. Let's say you wanted to watch MLB, maybe NBA, NHL. You could put a slip in with all three of those sports. They offer predictions across 100 sports happening now, and they have their brand new team picks markets where you can pick game winners, spreads, and totals as well, all on top of the player picks that you already know. Team picks has made the watching experience so much more enjoyable for everybody because now, like in a game tonight, you can pick the Rockets to win. You knew they were going to get the W, even though you're not rooting for that if you're a Sixers fan, but you can cash in while making the right picks. And with team picks, you can also pick who's going to win the league, the MVP, and other awards as well. It's another way to pick the sports you love all on Prize Picks. And what's really cool is they offer early payouts. So if your player got off to a hot start, like a Kelly Oubre tonight, and you said, hey, he's not going to hit the total, but he's off to a hot start, you could have had the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. They also have a really cool social feeds feature that you must check out on their app. Team picks are available in 35 states, including California, Texas, Georgia, Washington, and more. So download the Prize Picks app today. Pick your first game winner, spread, or total. As the playoff push rolls on, get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup when you use code CLNS. Once again, that's code CLNS. Get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to Prize Picks. And shout out to the community. Shout out to y'all, man. What do we think about the Joel Embiid situation? I mean, it's just absolutely brutal, man. Timing is awful. Absolutely awful, man. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Cisco in the chat, what's up, man? He says, it was a great roller coaster ride, but the ride is officially over. It is pretty wild, like when you think again about this Sixers season, all the different phases, all the ups and downs. There's been so many different components of this season, and it's kind of been like every one of the Sixers seasons in the last 5-6 years bunched into one. It's crazy, man. Busy says the season is most definitely over. What else? Mr. Scum says it's hard to visualize this team going far in the play-in. Well, if they don't win the next game or two, right? Like if the Sixers can't beat Indiana tomorrow, which would be a travesty, or they can't beat Milwaukee without Giannis, they might end up in the 9 seed. If they end up in the 9 seed, they have to probably beat Miami and then Charlotte to even get out of the play-in. That's not going to be easy. Sixers have struggled against Miami this year, and Charlotte is a sharp-shooting, flame-throwing team. So it just feels like this ends in disaster. And the Joel Embiid stuff is just heartbreaking. And I don't know, man. I don't know. It sucks, man. This sucks. This sucks. I just feel like, again, there's something with this franchise. There's some bad juju. There is some curse. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it just continues to rear its ugly head. It's just insane. Busy Bee says, I'm now a Thunder fan. I hopped on the bandwagon. I'm sure a lot of people will be joining you soon. Honestly, I mean, what is there to say about the 76ers at this point? Mark says the process is officially over. That's been over. This is like the process part 4. Busy says we're not going anywhere without him. They wanted to keep him healthy for the postseason, and we might not make it. Yo, that is the craziest part. Busy, you're absolutely right. That is a fantastic point. The goal was to get Joel healthy to the postseason. All season long, yeah. We're not playing him in back-to-backs. Anything comes up, he's out. You need rest management, you need injury rest, cool, you're out. Paul George, you're suspended. Tyrese Maxey, you got a finger injury, you rest. For the last 3 years, the 76ers have been telling us we have a plan. Last year was the worst. They said, we have a plan, we're not going to tell you about it. They had no plan. This year, they actually had a plan, and the plan didn't work. The plan didn't work. This is why, going back to before last season, as much of a Joel Embiid fan as I am, as soon as they inked that 3-year extension worth $193 million, I said, what are you guys doing? And then the video came out where they said the Sixers tried to consult with 9 different doctors that all specifically told them before signing that extension that Joel Embiid will probably never be back to 100%. I mean, honestly, you reap what you sow. If you make those kind of mistakes, then this is what we have to go through. But unfortunately for us fans, we have to bear the brunt of it. We're the ones that have to feel it. Now, at least it wasn't as bad as last year. This time they wait till game 80. But honestly, that kind of stings even more. Because the 76ers have made us buy in so many times this season just to break our hearts. Just to break our hearts, man. Someone came in earlier in the show, they're like, yeah, man, this is why they shouldn't have signed it. No, you can't predict the guy getting appendicitis. That's just terrible luck, man. Like I said at the beginning of this postgame show, is it worth it, Joel? Is it worth it, Joe? I don't think so, man. I don't think so, man. I feel terrible. I feel terrible for Joel Embiid. Class says when Hinkie was replaced by Colangelo, the process ended. That's a fact. That is a fact. I don't know what else to say on this type of night, guys and girls. I appreciate everybody for being here, man. I think that's all I have. The Sixers lose to the Rockets. They are now tied for the 8 seed. We have a game tomorrow night, so we'll be back, see if the Sixers can actually win without Joel Embiid against the tanking Indiana Pacers. And if they lose tomorrow night, man, then just don't even get, I guess you can't even get out of the play-in at this point. But, yeah, maybe we can tank the play-in if we lose tomorrow night. I don't know. Maybe we can sit everybody with rest management or injury management in the play-in. The Sixers might actually get disowned as a franchise if they were to ever do that. So I don't know. But Sixers post-game live show is presented by Prize Picks. Shout out to y'all, man. Anybody that's listening into this post-game show on audio or is going to check out our social clips or is going to tune into the YouTube live show tomorrow, just know that you are a real one. You're an absolute psycho, but you are a real one. And I really, really appreciate it. And like I said, we're going to be streaming a ton of playoff games. We're going to see what it's like to witness great hoops. I promise. But until then, we must watch how the Sixers season ultimately ends. And again, it just feels like absolute heartbreak. I'm not even like as fiery as I usually am because, again, I'm just numb to this. Like, I'm used to it. It sucks, man. It really does. It really does. All right, guys, that's all I got for tonight, man. Just a brutal day in Philly sports, but we're going to do it all again tomorrow because we're all absolutely psycho. Philly Take with RB, Sixers Game Day live show. Shout out to the mods, the members, the community, man. Got to stick together. Sixers go down. They fall to 43-37. 2 games left. No Joel Embiid. See what happens tomorrow, man. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Peace.